to respond.
Good morning to the chaos we ride.
So when I get texts, my own ideas,
Wake up, Sam, he's reborn again. One step forward from where he's been. Turn up the noise, flip the script today. Lights on, Sam, we've got dues to pay. A world on fire, but the winds still blow. This is Morning Mayhem, welcome to the show.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday. How's everyone doing today? This is Sam and this is After the Bars. Coming live to you on a Sunday night. Can everybody hear me? I guess that's the most important thing right now. Can everybody hear me? Hey guys, how is everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. 5x5. Does that mean we're good? Okay, good. Good. I hear people say 5x5. I just got back from vacation, so I had to get everything set back up. I had everything, I call it vacation. I was just like 5 hours away, but got to stay in a Holiday Inn that had a swimming pool for Hazley, and it was awesome for her. I'm looking a little scruffy. I promise by the morning show, I will be trimmed up, shaved up, and ready to go. All right. Awesome. Well, here we are today. It's Sunday. This is normally the time we do Night Yard, right? Well, we used to do Night Yard. Super fun show. It was the first time I really got to interact with Tommy before, and we're going to get to that here in a minute. But I do want to just get some thoughts and prayers for the families in New Mexico. I think the final, or not the final, but we're at 3 deceased right now and 15 altogether injured. I'm watching Fox News waiting for an update, but it's 3 dead, 15 injured right now. And I'm just kind of like keeping tabs on that. So if we can get prayers for all of them in New Mexico, Las Cruces. I have been to Las Cruces a few times. I love the heat. I love the heat down there. It's amazing. But yeah, what a sad time. And we're gonna follow this, and not because of the intensity of it all, or of the click attraction or anything. But the chief of police is saying a lot and not saying a lot all at once, right? He's saying stuff. Hey, Goot, what's up? He's saying stuff like, and I know Knife's in here too. Hey, it's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. Reese is in here. Hey, Reese, how's it going? Let me just do a roll call. I'm just saying hi to the people that aren't usually here. By the way, I just want to tell the mods, like, it's going to be like a free speech Sunday today. So, I'm sorry if people are offended, but, I don't want anyone timed out or removed from the chat. Everyone gets to speak their mind, and no one is taking sides. I'm not taking any sides. I'm taking my side. Do you know what I mean? I'm on my side and my family's side. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. But having said that, I see Tommy's back up and running and doing his thing, and yeah, he's rich now. Cool, good for you. I do believe it's true. This is the reason why I'm even coming on tonight, because of some of the things he's been saying. And he sent me a package, and that's what I mean by he broke the ice and sent me a package with this bank robbery, note, kind of slidden inside of it. And we'll get to this in a second. He did send me a real, I think it's a nice watch. It's this Caravel watch. It's my birth year, that he had promised to send me months ago. But I guess now that he's rich, this watch, he can send it to me now because it doesn't really fucking matter. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't fucking matter now that he sends me this, semi cool watch. And he gets to fucking do a little sly little fucking dig at me, just the same way he's digging at everybody else in his lives. Thank God I got to find out who my true friends are. Before I, won the lottery. But here's the deal. Like I knew he was getting, coming up on that money, for what he was doing with AI, well before, like it was almost a done deal, well before, Reese put out the recording, revealing his true character. Right. I knew about it. And I could have warned him before that. I could have like said, hey, Reese is going to do this. I'm your bud, hopefully you're going to follow through on all the fucking promises you made, dude. All the promises you made. And look, I'm not even heated. I'm just saying, like, look, you promised me all kinds of shit, but I don't care about that. I care about me and my family and my reputation. That I'm a convicted soul. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I could have said, warned him, or I could have talked Reese out of it. I mean, I could have said, maybe she would have still done it. Maybe she wouldn't have, but I could have been, talking to Reese. Tommy told me to talk to Reese about the fucking Jester shit. He told me like, hey, just deal with her. So when her and I got talking, I was like, what's up? And she's like, I don't know, what's up? She thought I was mad at her. I thought she was mad at me, but really it's just Tommy playing both sides of us. And come to find out, he's in her ear like, oh, Casper's a piece of shit. Look at him. He's a junkie. He's this, he's that. I would never have his brat kid come live here. All the things, well before this video come out, he's saying all this behind my back. Right. And he wants to talk about betrayal. Like I betrayed him for like supporting Reese to put out the recording. I supported her put out the recording because she had no one else to talk to at the time about it. Supposedly I have to take her at her word. So I'm like, you have to, right? And she's like, yeah, I know I have to. So I'm supposed to have blind loyalty to someone. But here's the deal. Like, I'm really not upset. This is how I talk when I just want to be like, hey, let's fight, dude. You know what I mean? This is the time when you don't want to fight me, when I'm calm, right? It's most people are like that. When everyone's yelling and screaming, I talk loud just because I did so much time in prison. We talk over each other, right? But here's the deal. He's a bitch, right? We all know that. He's a fucking bitch. And I'm sorry. Everyone's like, oh, this isn't coming from a place of love. No, this is free speech right now. This is free speech. Because he thinks he can get away with sending me this note that says, enjoy the watch. It's to remember a time when we were friends before you betrayed my trust. God bless. God bless Tommy. First of all, who the fuck is Tommy? Who's Tommy? Some made up bullshit name that piece of shit Johnny Scoville came up with. And so like Tommy just like latched onto that so he could get subscribers from his channel, whatever grift that they were on, right? Whatever grift they were on. So yeah, he sent me this cool watch. But I wrote this thing so I could get all my points across, right? And I said, Tommy, so you, or Brett, right? I just said, who the hell is Tommy? You say I betrayed your friendship. Let's get something straight. What you call betrayal, I call truth finally catching up with you. You didn't admit anything. You were caught on a recording saying you're a con man, stealing from women who trusted you. You were outed, not honest. There's a difference. Don't try to twist that. I had your back while you schemed behind mine. I did. I had your back while you schemed behind mine, but I didn't know about the rape, right? I don't care. I don't care about monetization right now. I didn't know about the rape. When people were calling you a chomo on our show, you know, two can play at the game. Who gives a fuck what words we use, Tommy? Mr. Rich Man just won the lottery. You can say, you say when someone's calling you a chomo in our chat, you tell me they're calling me a chomo. Right? That's all bullshit. No one's calling me a chomo. They were calling you a chomo. Because you sodomized some young girl, then stalked her for 3 years. Not me. Right? Pussy. So then I had your back though while you schemed behind mine, right? I trusted you. You betrayed me. You were going to have your fiance make fake accounts to send you phony emails saying I sucked as your co-host, just so you could justify like firing me off my own channel. But whatever, saying that like, oh, we're not going to work together anymore because everyone just, you just don't work on YouTube. I work. If I work, I do. If I don't, I don't. But I'm going to give it the old college try, brother. I promise you that. Or I can assure you that. Because you've ruined the word promise for everybody. You've ruined the word promise. Because it sounds dirty. It sounds so dirty when people say it. No one can even use the word promise anymore. Not in this community. Not in this world. And I assure you, I will do a roll call here in a minute. So yeah, you were going to have your fiance make fake accounts so you could send me phony emails. That's not friendship. That's manipulation. That's manipulation. That's cowardice. That's cowardice. Just say, hey, bro, I'm not feeling it. Pussy. And then I find out you're calling me a junkie scumbag, saying I'm high, nodding out during shows, and that you'd never be around my brat kid. You don't get to talk about loyalty while you're stabbing me in the back and dragging my kid into it, saying that because we were talking about this is for the audience. But you know, supposedly Tommy doesn't watch these. I assure you he's watching this. I assure you he is. But you don't get to tell me like, yeah, we're going to have a YouTube house, the Four Horsemen. I created a Four Horsemen channel. We're going to have a YouTube house. We're all going to live together. But no, lo and behold, no. Oh, I would never live with him and his brat kid. I heard that from two people, not just one. You say, thank God you found out. This is where Tommy's at now with his like, you know, gloves are off. You say, thank God you found out who your true friends were before you won the lottery. Which I do. I do. He did come up. He did come up. Couldn't have happened to a worse person. Worse person. But here's the bright side of that. He's a junkie. And he's been using. Maybe he's clean now. Maybe, who knows? He looks better. But he's been using. You can tell. I've watched every single second. You know, at 2 speed, 3 speed, whatever. But you say now, this is the comical part of it. I love this. I love this. Your little riddles inside that, you know, the people who might be watching will hear it, and like, you know, you give a little wink, but you don't do that. You don't talk about other creators trying to take the high road or the low road, whichever it is. You say you're glad you found out who your true friends were, that you didn't make a big mistake by keeping the friends that you had before the thing came out, before you won the lottery. Don't flatter yourself, bro. I knew it. I knew you were getting that before the tape came out, before I said, yeah, do it, Reese. Do it. You got to do it. Because I don't care about that money. You think I would rather, you think I would be on someone that's fucking stealing from people just so you can buy me a new computer or pay for me to move closer to you, which was never going to happen. You know, once you figured out that I'm the alpha, you were like, oh, I don't want nothing to do with him behind my back. Behind my back. Yeah. Yeah, I remember all the promises you made about helping me with moving costs, money for computer equipment. You don't get it. I don't use people for their money, bro, or pretend to be friends. I wouldn't take a damn cent from someone who talked about me or my child. If I cared about your money, I would have warned you about the recording, but I don't care. I cared about you, though, at the time. I thought you were a changed man. I did. I look past the fact that you're a con artist and that you snitched on every one of any crime partner you've ever had that you were getting convicted of. I look past that you snitched on every single one of them. I got a stack of proof of that. I look past that because I thought you were a changed man. You lost all your rights to get back in the game by being a con artist when you snitched on all those people, or when you cooperated with the FBI. You lost your right to get back in the game. All your privileges are gone, but you're there. But you don't need to now. You hit the lottery. So now you and your punk ass brother can like pretend to be cool with the people that don't know about you. And then the people that do know about you and just say, no, I'm right there, man. You're right. That's all just that YouTube drama. That's all bullshit and lame. You know what? You guys are sympathizers. That's called sympathizing. You're just as bad. Anyone who talks to him, and especially you, Jane Aldrich, in my emails when everything went down, like, hey, thank God for you, brother. You're doing all this. And I'll put up every single email if someone wants receipts. Let me know who wants to be your mod, and I'll tell you who's good or who's bad. I'm there for you. And then ask for my address so bitch ass Tommy can send me this. But she said she had to send me something, but I already knew. I never talked to this woman before. I didn't know who she was, but she wants to be my best friend in the email, wanting all the information. Hey, who's emailing you saying that they want to be a part of your show? I'll let you know if they're on Reese's side or Tommy's side or Knife Order's side or Good side. I'll let you know who's real and who's not. I don't know about that person, but I haven't seen them. But this for, just so you could feed Tommy information. But I knew that way before I gave you a mailing address. I would never give you my home address. And you lied about getting out on compassionate release. That got denied. The judge denied that. But you say you got out on compassionate release from the federal judge because of your plans for the lifeboat that never even existed yet. But this is the story. Your lies are behind and ahead and overlap and don't make sense and mysterious Q that doesn't exist. The whole world knows that. The whole world knows Q doesn't exist. Come on. But that was all fake. But because I'm a Christian, bro, for real, I thought you were a changed man. You're a changed man. I'm saved, not soft. I already told you that. Because I'm a Christian, yeah, I don't like using the F word. You can ask anyone around me. Because it sounds like an atomic bomb. Because I'm convicted about it. But sometimes you got to use the F word. Sometimes you got to use a punk and a bitch. Sometimes you got to say that to let them know. I'm a fruit inspector, bro. That's the kind of Christian I am. I'm a fruit inspector. And I expect my fruit to be inspected. And maybe what I'm doing doesn't please God right now. You know what? I'll ask for forgiveness this time. I'll ask for forgiveness this time. But that's all. It was a part of your act. Another lie to cover the con. I didn't betray our friendship. You betrayed everybody who ever gave you a second chance, bro. I didn't betray you. You betrayed everyone who gave you a second chance. So save the victim story, Tommy. The truth speaks louder than your lies ever will. The truth speaks louder than your lies ever will, bro. All right, let's do a roll call. Whoever's still here. Whoever's still here. Hey, and I'm sorry for the Samsters and the Mayhem bombshells that hang out with me every morning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this. But he broke the ice. You're not going to send me a watch. It's a nice watch. It's my birth year watch. And we're going to do something with this. We're either going to auction it or sell it. And I'm going to drive that money down. And I'm not asking you guys to send me money. That's not what we're doing. I'm going to ask my community what we should do with this watch to be able to give it to like the homeless or something. I'll even mail it to somebody and you guys can sell it and we can send it to the homeless shelter here in my town. Or if someone feels like the money should go somewhere else, I'll let the community decide. Just let me know where to mail it. And I trust you guys. All right. Geez, 284 people on a Sunday night. Yeah, standing in your truth is what God wants us to do. Absolutely, 100%. So I just seen real quick, someone said venting is good for your soul. Yeah, it is. Because you know what? I love to laugh. I love to love. I love to be loyal to my friends, to give, because that's really all I did to Tommy. What did he give me? He didn't save me from anything. I had a somewhat successful channel. I've been wanting to do a morning show. Comes to find out, he'd been wanting to do a show like that too. So we were going to do it. But now it's my show. Now it's my show. All right. Okay. Jane Aldrich, don't tell me you weren't working for Tommy because you sent this to me and it's from Tommy. Well, Jane, we'll talk. We'll talk. I'll send you my phone number, Jane. Okay. I'll be fair. I'll be fair with Jane. I'll send her my phone number and we'll talk on the phone, Jane. And you explain to me what was going on. You explain to me. I know he did, Goo Juice. I know he did. You know, there's so much with this. Like, I would love to like respond to every single thing. But Jane, look, I want to love Jane because I felt like she was trying to help. But I knew when she asked me for my address that something was amiss. Something was amiss. But I'll let her explain it to me. So please, don't anyone be mad at Jane. I'm not mad at her. I'm just telling the truth, what I believe to be the truth. So yeah, I'll talk to her about it. But please don't be upset with her. Because really, I'm not upset with her. Maybe I should have reached out and tried to talk to her before this live, but I just got back from vacation. I received this in the mail with the dirty little note, the little, enjoy the watch. that's all you ever get from me, because you betrayed me. You betrayed my trust. You ain't shit, bro. You're not a mobster. You didn't ever know any mobsters except for in federal prison. And look, a lot of people want to say he was in PC the whole time he was in prison. He wasn't. He wasn't. He was in the shoe for fighting and got assaulted. That's all real. Now, what happened when he left and went to the USP? I don't know. But where we were at, it wasn't a PC spot, and he wasn't in PC. Part 2, I hope so, because you got a lot of things wrong on this. I was trying to help you be prepared with enough help to not get blown out of the water by Barry. Jane, miss me with that. I'm smarter than you, Jane. Okay? I'm smarter than you. Yeah, you might have been trying to help me at first, but you support Tommy. You're in his chats. You're a wrench. You guys are like in love with each other. Some weird shit. I don't know. But like, and whenever he sees you, like, he'll just go, Jane, thank you. Thank you, Jane, for all that you do. So miss me with that. I got a lot of things wrong on this. But I'll let you explain it. But listen, you're fucking with a gangster for real, Jane. A changed gangster. I'm the real deal Holyfield, Jane. All right. Can we get back to just having fun? Yeah. Snarky free speech at its finest. Thank you, Wolf. Thank you for being a mod and being awesome. Kid knifers, I'm always down for trouble. Me too. I'm always down for trouble too. As long as it's for good. It's got to be for good now. You know what I mean? It's got to be for good. It's got to be for making things right. Like, I didn't become a YouTuber to be an activist, and I don't think I'm an activist now. That's not why. I just wanted to show funny legal videos and have fun, because tattooing was slow. And I wanted to have a morning show because I love morning shows. I love those morning DJs in the morning and how they used to make me feel when I was 18, 19, 20. I want to be those guys. I want to be laughing like, hey, and have, funny sound effects. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. Happy birthday. I want to have a morning show. The morning show has arrived. That's what I'm trying to do. Yes, but I told you, listening to you and watching you is like talking to my friend. Don't ever stop, please. I'm glad for Tommy. At least I found you through him. I appreciate that, Tara. Tara. I appreciate that. And like I said in the beginning, I'm not trying for there to be sides, and I'm not saying you. I don't want it to be Team Sam and Team Tommy, and Team Knife Hoarder and FTG. Although I'm about to order an FTG shirt because I want one now. I'm going to order an FTG shirt to support the cause. And you know what I have? I have a big printer that's as big as this desk that prints on shirts, and I can press them and print them myself. But nah. I'm going to buy one because I want to wear it. Anyways, My vacation was cool. I needed it. I needed it. Everyone knew I needed it. Everyone knew it. Man, I looked at my last live before I left. And I know I did a live like while I was gone, but I look tired. I look so tired. But I got to go to hang out at the swimming pool. I got to watch my daughter go down a crazy slide. She's so brave. She's 6 years old and she's brave, man. She racked her head in the slide because the water was making her go too fast. And she cried for a second, but she's like, Daddy, I want to go again. Hit her head again. But now we got to say, you can't go down. You're hitting your head in there. You know what I mean? She was like, vroom, 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 you know, hitting her head because she's just tiny. You know, that was like 2 out of 10 times that she hit her head. But we couldn't take that chance no more, so we couldn't let her go down. But she's so brave. I love her so much. I love her so much. And you think I'm going to let some fool, because I met him in prison, because we did become close, and I did love the guy, talk shit about my daughter? Pfft, come on, man. Come on. Crazy. People are crazy, man. Crazy. I do protect my sobriety at all costs. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. Sam, please protect your sobriety. This other crap isn't important. Be a good man, father, and husband. Oh, my sobriety is protected. I assure you. I assure you. Thank you, though, for caring about that, because it's important, right? It's super important. Super important. I can't do harm reduction. And whatever that means. I don't even know what harm reduction is. Like, I do gabapentin and I do Suboxone. I didn't do it to get off heroin. I did it for pain management, because whenever he gave me a bottle of Percocet, I would call him the next day and tell him I did the whole bottle. I can't have opiates. But I'm in the emergency room 3 times a month. My wife will tell you. I'm in the emergency room 3 times a month. Not now, because I got hip injections. Bam. It's called a lumbar epidural. No back pain no more. So what's happening? I'm weaning off all the pills and off the strips. That was the goal. But harm reduction, doing pot and doing a lesser opiate, tramadol, whatever, to keep you from doing, like, look, there's many roads, there's many paths to recovery. There's so many paths to recovery. And that might be a program that works, but that's not a program I would ever suggest. No. Try getting off everything completely first. And if you got to use Suboxone to get off heroin, do it. But get off Suboxone as soon as you can. You have to. Because you're feeding the compulsion to feel some void inside you. Or if you get stressed out, oh, I got to eat a gummy, or I got to do some tramadol or some Suboxone, whatever it is. You're feeding that compulsion to deal with outside shit with something other than yourself and the universe and God, right? Hey, Tom Bailey, man, awesome on your surgery, bro. I'm glad that went well. We were praying that morning for all. I have a prayer circle. We were praying that morning for everything to come out, perfectly. Well, we pray for God's will. Thank God God's will was for you to come through it, right? Yeah, we pray for God's will, man. Yeah, his will isn't always my will or our will. You know what I mean? Man plan, God laughs. Everyone knows that. I look like I came off vacation. I look like I just got back from Hawaii. Got a little sun in my face. Well, I've been losing on the channel about 10 to 15 subscribers a day. That's fine. The first 2 times it happened, I was like, man, something's fishy. What am I doing wrong? And then all my people are like, hey, this channel wasn't for them, for you. My mods are like, no, their channel's not for you. I don't know, because I don't ever do lives, so I don't know how that works. Like, why do people stay? Why do people go? I heard Tommy and Reese always talking about it. Reese is freaking out. Tommy tell me, oh, Reese is freaking out. She's losing all these, trying to adjust and fix things. And Tommy's like, man, yeah, I lost all these subscribers. I'm stressing out. Look, I get it. Stressing out is stressing out, especially if it's your livelihood. Like, this is becoming my livelihood because I have to retire from tattooing. I'm almost 60. Been tattooing 30 years. But I can't change who I am to try to keep them, or I can't say the right thing anymore, or try to say the right thing to keep this group, to keep all the people, like I used to like worry about, like, oh man, when that tape came out, I got a lot of subscribers. I don't know where they came from. I don't know if they were ex-life voters or Reese's community. I don't know where they came from. I'm just grateful that they came, and I hope they like what I have to say. And if they don't, they don't. But at first I was like, oh man, because I'd be like, yeah, Reese, talk some smack about me with Tommy, but Tommy was instigating. I seen it, and I don't think she ever would without, kind of like Tommy's permission, because supposedly I was his friend. And a couple times he called me his best friend. So, you know what I mean? If I go to my wife and I say, fuck, man, oh boy, man, he's doing sleazy shit, she's going to be like, yeah, fuck, man, get away from him, honey. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. I get how that works. So I can't be mad. I can't be mad. But what's that? What is Noah saying? Do you still support Reese, Marissa? If you still are what I said, otherwise I apologize, at James Calder. Look, I don't think anyone should have to make a declaration on who they support or who they don't support. That's no one's business, right? If they're in their chat and they are, if they're in their chat and they're subscribed, then it's obvious. But no one has to declare. My wife and I had this discussion in the car today, coming back from our trip, and she was like, "Damn, man, you see so and so still friends on Facebook?" And I was like, "Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing." She's like, "Yeah, it does." She's like, "When I'm not friends with anyone, I unfriend them." And I'm like, I probably have 1,000 friends on my Facebook that I don't like and that I don't know. These are people I probably know in person, but like, I'm not friends with them no more. And she's like, well, tell me who they are and I'll get rid of them all. I'm like, okay, I don't know. But Noah, I appreciate you, Noah. You look super familiar too. Your avatar looks super familiar, but I don't think we should have to declare. And I'm not saying you're asking for a declaration. I'm just saying this from like, this is how I'm like processing everything. If you don't like someone, say, and you feel like you need to say it loud and proud. I totally respect that. They're truth seeking. You know what I mean? They're truth seeking. I seen this thing, and I know Reese is gonna hate this. I seen this thing on one of the Reese's old friends. Was it yesterday? Or I can't remember. But it was just talking about like the psychology of Parasocial, is that what it's called? The psychology of being an influencer, or the psychology of being of getting super chats, and like all this stuff is new, like in the grand scheme of things, right? In the grand scheme, like this is all still new. It's like vaping. Like who knows how bad vaping's going to be? We know how bad smoking is going to be because it's been around forever. But anyway, they were talking about the Parasocial. I think it was Coffee First or something like that. It's this lady. She's adorable, and she just had cancer or whatever. Anyways, but I just went there because I heard her talking about the Parasocial stuff, and man, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm not saying Reese does that of what she was saying. I don't know because you could say almost anyone who's monetizing gets a super chat, especially if they're getting it for something, that they're doing that. But if there's like a deeper manipulation, then that's something else. But look, if you like the person for who they are, aside from that, then that's your choice to like them. Anyway, I don't want to get like sidetracked and digressed into all that. You're either gonna watch someone on YouTube or not watch them. That's it. Right? I guess. I don't know. Fuck, man. Let's do a roll call. So sad how people love to hate. Not this guy. Not this guy. I hate to hate. That's why I don't hate no more. I don't hate any of the people I'm talking about. I don't hate Tommy Scoville or Brett. But fuck that guy. For real. Fuck that guy. That's not hate. It's an opinion. It's an opinion. It takes a lot of energy to hate somebody. It does. And I lost that ability to or not ability, but the desire to use all that energy for hate. I'll use that to love my daughter, that, because that takes a lot of energy to hate. But I'm already spread thin of the things that I care about. And if I'm using that reverse energy for hate, that means my family loses out. That's how I see it. My family loses out. It's like even the FTG guys, they can say like, I hate, but like in their heart of hearts, they're not wasting any energy to hate him. They don't care one way or another. Well, they care one way, but do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe this is getting too philosophical and too, deep in the woods about it all, man. Fuck that guy, right? Fuck him. Yeah. Because you want to fight someone doesn't mean you hate them. You just want to try them out. You know what I mean? I'm a bully's bully. Believe that. I'm a bully's bully. That's not hate. That's love. That's love of the bullied. That's BULLIED. That's love of them. That's not hate of the bully. It's going to smash the bully. Anyways. Thank you, ASAP. Thank you. I can always count on ASAP, man, for coming through. To say the things that take me 10 sentences, she can say in one sentence every time. Please don't ever unsubscribe, ASAP, please. Because I need you in my community. I do. Because you're what corrects me and makes me better. Just like I hope when I talk about recovery and sobriety things, I help make someone else better. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? We're a community. Did you guys watch my new intro of what it says? I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to play it again. Play it again, Sham. I'm going to play it again. And I apologize, guys, but I want you guys to read the words. This is where I'm coming from. And I don't say these things with ego, what it says in my intro. But it says I'm a grounded soul. But please read the words of the intro. I know I over edited it a little too much and put a little too much effects in it. But please try to read the words. I'll start to respond.
Good morning to the chaos we ride.
So when I get text,
Tape of blues
my own ideas.
Wake up, Sam. He's reborn again. One step forward from where he's been. Turn up the noise, flip the script today. Lights on, Sam. We've got dues to pay. A world on fire, but the winds still blow. This is morning mayhem. Welcome to the show.
That's where I'm coming from. And when I said about ego, like when I say my journey has shaped me into a grounded soul, I know it has. People tell me all the time. They meet me for the first time and they're like, "Oh man, I just feel like you just feel soft to me and like I joy. They feel joy from me. Yeah, I get stressed out because I got too much on my plate, but I'll never lose my joy again, ever." And I say in my intro that I'm committed to protecting the community trust. And it's where we can all breathe. So anyway, ASAP, please don't leave. Because you're important to our community. Everyone is. But everyone has like their role, you know what I mean? And it's beautiful. Like this YouTube thing is beautiful, man. I mean, it can be, right? So anyways, thank you, Galen. Thank you, Galen. I appreciate the super chat. I really do. Thank you so much. She's another one. She's an amazing soul. And I know, see, this is where it gets tricky, right? She just sent me an awesome super chat. Did I sad fish for that? And it's got to be tricky, but you know what? I'm always going to be aware of it. And I'm always going to try to stop myself from seeming manipulative. Like I feel she just gave that out of her heart. I know she did because I know Galen, right? I mean, as I know Galen more than I know a lot of other people in my community, like, you know what I mean? Through emails and chats and talks, a couple of times, maybe twice, but then some emails and some, anyways, what I'm saying is I know she wouldn't fall for me saying, I really do need a new hard drive or a new Stream Deck. I know she wouldn't fall for that. And then the people, when I did say I really wanted this microphone, I was going to save up for it. Someone gifted me that out of the kindness of their heart. I didn't ask for it. And I know you can ask for things without asking. I know it, but I assure you, I'm going to read everything I can on protecting myself and my community from any kind of that adverse parasocial behavior that can happen. I just want to be aware of it, because it's a trip. But thank you, Galen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all your support and your advice and everything that you've done for me. All right. I can't even do a roll call. It's 366 people. I just want to thank for thanks for everyone for being here. Hey, Wilma Cats, did you know you're in my intro? In the intro, you can barely hear, but it says, "Hey, Wilma Cats." Shirt. YouTube gonna be scared if Sam RIP is shirt. I don't even know what John's talking about. Awakened by losing glass reflection. Hey, Tom, I seen that video of the guy who makes the video. I can't remember. They did one like when you were talking about going to the hospital, and they said something about. I was like about the fishing. I was like, what the heck? That didn't come off like that at all. Do you know what I mean? That's and I'm sure Knife Hoarder understands this now. Like what I'm talking about. Like you have to like be careful and like mindful, because like he was just talking about like, yep, I'm going in the hospital. I'm about to have some heart surgery. You know, he's not asking for anything, but someone accused him of it. I guess they're, you know, haters will hate, lovers will love. But yeah, let's try to figure out what to do with this. This is an authentic Gravel or Beluva band too that came with it. It's authentic, and it's pretty cool. I have to give him that. It's a pretty cool watch. I mean, it's maybe worth $400, you know, but I've never had I have had a $400 watch. I've had about a $600 watch, but you know, I worked for Microsoft at the time. You know, I was killing it. You know, and I was a kid making almost 10 grand a month. Come on. And working for one of the hottest new companies in the world, for Bill Gates. Of course I'm going to buy, you know, an expensive watch. I mean, it wasn't a Rolex, but yeah, I was spending money like crazy. I was buying pens when I worked at Microsoft. I was buying these pens. They're called Mont Blancs. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of them, but they have like a little white thing on, and they're about $100 a piece. But I was losing them like almost every week, and I'd go buy a new one. It was dumb. But oh, I'm sorry, I left that comment up a long time. Yeah, Woman Cats. Yeah, it says, "Hey, Woman Cats" in the intro. I'll adjust the levels and put it back in the toaster so we can hear it better. I did that on my oh shoot, do I have a bunch of super chat? Holy mackerel. Thank you, Twice as Nice, for the super chat. All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent. Thank you for allowing people to speak up. Respect to you and everyone speaking up. Everyone heed the warnings. That's perfect. See, that's what I think is great about these communities. You know what I mean? Like it can come to, like, everyone doesn't have to agree, but like there can be warnings and things can be said differently, and like it can be just like a big think tank. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to have a morning show that is successful and, you know, pays my rent. Larry, thank you so much. Glad I found this channel, brother. GB Real Recovery. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate you so much. Tara Jackson, thank you so much for that. But that's why we love you. Thank you so much. And every time I put your message up and I see your avatar, it just makes me laugh. Because I love getting flipped off. And I know you're not flipping me off, but like flipping off the world. But I don't know. I love it. Angie Mo, there she is. Angie Mo, Sam, you're the real deal, brother. Thanks for bringing us back together. The ones who choose to be here, welcome. Thank you. Well said, Angie. Thank you so much for being here. And then, of course, I got Galen already. Thank you guys so much for the super chat and for being here tonight. I didn't know if I was going to do a show tonight or anything, but, you know, I come home and this is in the mail. And I was like, I bet you that's that watch. I bet you. That's what I told him. I go, I bet you it's the watch. Jane Aldrich got my address for Tommy, and bam. Sure enough. And I had it sent to an address that's close, but it's my mailing address. My real address is public, well known, widely. You can find it so easy. So I just wanted to see if that's where it went. Then then I knew, because she's the only one in the world that has that address. But it's okay. Jane and I will talk. We will talk. And she doesn't have to explain anything to me. She doesn't owe me anything. Hey, Joe Mama, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Love having you here, Joe Mama. Joe Mama, thank you so much. Jenny's here. Little Meek is here. What was it? Noah. What was it? Noah. I work in software division. Robin, this is here, man. Everyone's here. Thank you for being camera and watch. Yeah, that's so funny. In camera and watch. If there is, just in case there is, right? Oh shit, man, this shit is funny. Jamie Palmer says, Sam, you could sell the watch and donate to a women's shelter. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. But I want it to be all on the up and up. I want it to be like, I just want to make sure like it's for the real deal. So, yeah, if anyone is really good with watches and like knows them and knows where we can sell it to get the most we can and donate that to a women's shelter. I love that. I love that. My wife's best friend is in a women's shelter right now. She actually broke her knee yesterday, out with her dogs, her 2 pit bulls. And, yeah, she's going through it. But that women's shelter is nice. It's super nice. And thank God it's nice, because usually if you're coming from something that's crazy and you're being battered, you don't want to go to something that feels institutional, like the old shelters used to be. Like, this makes you feel like, oh, okay, this is nice. Like, I deserve this. I don't deserve to be beaten. I don't deserve to be abused mentally, physically. So it's so cool that it's so nice. So cool that it's so nice. Yeah, broke the ice, Kim. Broke the ice because we were just letting it all be, right? He went his way, I went my way. I've already said what I had to say. I was praying for him. Still going to pray for him. I hope people are praying for me. I count on it. No. Well, I mean, I don't know, like scamming you how, like being high while saying he's in recovery. No, I didn't know that until I saw the video of him doing the line. That was after the recording, though. I would ask, he would be like, oh yeah, the trolls are all over Reese. She just lost 300 subscribers. I'm like, who are the trolls? Who are the trolls? He was like, oh, I don't know their names. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. And then finally, Knife Hoarder said, hey, I didn't call you a chomo. I called you a snitch. I called him a chomo. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, this is the snitch thing. And I explained it. And look, every snitch in the feds has a story. Mine's the real deal, though. I can show everything. I can show transcripts, everything. Every snitch says that too. I am who I am. If you want to believe, whatever, you know what I mean? It's not no one ever went to prison because of me. Put it that way. How about that? That's the easiest way to say it. No, Angela, I don't know how he is scamming people aside from saying he's sober and not, and then the women that he scams on the side. Like, I don't know how that works except for what he said in the recording, Angela. And thank you so much for asking. Because no. And then like the video we created, like, I'm sorry, like I was new to the Diddyverse and I'm not claiming ignorance 100%. I knew we were faking that video. but he had me convinced that we're creators and it's a slow news cycle. We'll just create this, like the information we were saying was true, like the living conditions and everything. Cause I've been to an FDC. I've been to where Diddy's been. Right. So like, I felt like we were giving like real information because we weren't saying, like saying that we weren't making up any news that like, that would be like change the case. We're just talking about living conditions. And then I don't know, it was lamed. If I could take it all back, I would. And like, look, no one's like super mad at me about it. You know, I knew like, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I guess, you know, but was that me trying to scam? No, like no one ever sent a super sticker or anything for it. No one asked for anything like that. The ad revenue, like, I don't know, like I can show you guys my analytics of how many thousands of views I got off the video. And I would be more than happy to give that back or away or whatever, you know, I don't know. It didn't make any money, but I don't think that was what was trying to, what he was trying to do with it. I think it was just to like, be a part of the news story. Do you know what I mean? So was it a scam? I mean, coming from him, it kind of was, right? I put it together knowing that it was a fake, you know, officer. So I don't know. Thank you, Joe Mama, for the super sticker. Thank you, Blue Bayou, for the super sticker. And John Lazam finally became a member. Gee, thanks, John. About time. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Anyways, man, it's crazy what happened in New Mexico. It's so sad. I will get to the chat a little bit more here in a second. It is so sad. Man, I can't get to the comments. What is going on? Oh, there we go. And I guess now there was in Houston, 6 people just got shot from a gunman on the run. This is 10 hours ago. 6 people just got shot in Houston. So if we can send prayers for those families also. Like I wish I was smarter than I am, because I would love to have like some input on, you know, none of that's ever going to change unless they take all of our guns away. And I'm definitely not suggesting that. We have to be able to protect our families, but there's no cure for that. That's just always going to happen until the end of time, or until the end of freedom, of our country having freedom. When that ends, I guess the mass shootings will end, but then it'll just be some dictator trying to kill everybody, you know, or the people that are against him. I don't know. That's all above my pay grade. What do we want to talk about? He was scamming Sam too. Yes, he was scamming me. He was scamming me. I'm not claiming to be a victim, but yeah, he was scamming me. So, but I don't care. I don't care what people think about it anymore. Like, it really does suck that I did it. Reese was in the chat one day last week. Are they back together? No. They will never get back together, unless they have us all conned. But he sure is trying to get back together with her. Like I watch his content these past 4 days, because someone said, what did someone say? Someone said something and I was like, really? I'm gonna go check it out. So I've just been watching it, just like on the run. Like I was in the store the other day and I just had it playing in the background, just kind of listening to see what he said. And it's always these little riddles in and out. And like, look, today's the only day I'm talking about it. After today, I'll go back to my 30 viewers in the morning and we just won't talk about it again. But today's Free Speech Sunday, and I'm taking advantage of that. Right? What the hell? So, what was I saying? Shit, what was I saying? I was watching his stuff. He was saying like weird stuff. I can't remember. Man, what was I talking about? Reese was in his chat. Oh, yeah. Now, yeah, he is trying to get back. I can tell, like, he's saying all the things like, I miss her, but I know it'll never happen. It just won't. Why would I go? I think he said something like, I will never save the same person twice. Like he saved her. And maybe he did. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but he wants to. And if Reese took him back, that would be a big mistake. But true love is true love. If it's true love, it might find each other again. Like put all the whatever conning shit and all the con and everything aside. True love is still true love, and it'll ignore everything. I mean, like wars and the cliche wars have been started over women and all those things. But was Reese in his chatting with him? Now that would be crazy. That would be crazy. But look, if I have all the jester stuff. I have all the jester stuff. And the story. Like now I'm thinking, I know it's all I know most of that is true. I'm assuming all of it is true, but some of it can be questioned, that there's not, black and white about certain situations. But I do believe they're trafficking women and they keep women under their thumb. I absolutely believe that. And I believe Reese was treated poorly by Jeff. But having said that, was Jeff as bad as, was presented? I don't know. Reese even says herself, Jeff was not even close to being as bad as Tommy, especially with the anger and stuff. And I've heard tapes. I have all the tapes that she sent me with Jeff's anger. She said I think on one of them, don't put your hands on me. And he's like, what? He probably did. I don't think he ever hit her or beat her or anything like that. Actually, she never said he did. She never said that. Thank you for the super sticker, Tara. I appreciate you. Did I already thank you for that? Or is that a new one? Lord Kiss Freak, did you really know Brett from prison? Oh yeah. I did. Love the avatar. I was Peter Criss for Halloween, and I'll get back to the question in a second. I was Peter Criss for Halloween from 1972 to probably 1981, 82. I was Peter Criss every year. And then during the year, I would dress up like Gene Simmons. So, yeah. I'm an insane Kiss fan. Got tons of Kiss memorabilia. But yeah, I did. I got busted with a cell phone at Black Canyon. They brought me back to the hole. They were something happened in visiting. Brett got in a fight with one of the officers or some bullshit. They were told him and his lawyer/wife to stop kissing or something like that. I can't remember the story, but they got into a scuffle, and then so they brought him from visiting to the shoe for assault. And then not in with me, but I didn't have a cellie and I didn't want to take anybody fucked up at the time. I didn't know Brett was fucked up. So I brought him into my cell. And then we were cellies for 7-8 months, something like that. And we had a great time. Told stories, laughed, it was fun. Thank you for the super sticker, brother. Appreciate you. And man, I'd like to, not because of the super sticker, but I'd like to keep you around, man. If you're a Kiss fan, I'm a Kiss fan too. I'm trying to make a theme song that sounds like Kiss, but it can't be Kiss because I don't have the license for it. So I'm trying to do a theme song that sounds as close to Kiss as I can get. I can't remember what song I was trying to like manipulate and upload it into Suno. I can't remember. Mr. Speed, I think it was Mr. Speed. Yeah, something off Destroyer, not Destroyer, but Rock and Roll All Over. That's like my favorite album is Rock and Roll All Over. Anyways, sorry, but I digress way too much. You can ask any of my 30 steadies. But that's why they stay and that's why everyone leaves. That's just it. You can't please everybody. But thank you so much for the super chat or sticker. Did I already think Larry? I did. How long have we been on? Just 111. Look. See, that just tell me I'm doing the right thing. I know all is right with the universe whenever I see 3 1s. The first time I look at the clock right now, I seen 3 1s. I've been on for 1:11. Dude, that like just I know a lot of Christians will be like, oh, that's superstitious. No, that's just the universe telling me I'm doing the right thing. Whenever I always like when I see like all 1s all the time, I'm like, okay, I'm doing things right. I'm doing things right. And it always is. I'm like, always like good things are happening. I'm getting good jobs, good tattoos. I'm killing it. I'm being a good father. I'm being a good husband. I'm balanced. Whenever I see those 1s, I know I'm heading in the right direction. Whatever decisions I'm making, they're the right decisions for my life. The universe tells me with 1s. I'm sorry if that seems superstitious, but I know it has to happen to other people. Now, whenever thanks, thanks, Love Boston. I appreciate the humor. Yes, save the children, please. I love the avatar. I mean, I'm guessing that was humorous. I would have done that to be humor. Oh, you love 1s? Oh, here's some 2s, right? But yeah, that's it's pretty cool. I'm so glad I just seen that. I call it the divine guidance numbers. Yeah, thank you, Kim Watts. It's something like that, right? But someone once told me though, if you see 111, like say it's 111 in the afternoon, if you see the 111 change to 12, it says that that you might be. It's just them like warning you, like no, don't do what you're about to do, or something like that. I can't remember. I'm not really that superstitious, but man, the 1s I've really attached my my whole thing to. Hey V, what's going on? Would you use a Rodecaster? Yes, I would. I just and V's the one who's blessed me with this microphone. Now I was trying to get a Rode Streamcaster. I just looked at one at Target the other day, but they didn't have them in stock, and I couldn't have got it anyway because we were on vacation, and we ended up staying an extra night. Anyways, see, this is where I don't want to be sat fishing or like trying to ask for anything. But yes, I want a Rodecaster so bad, and it's so weird. And you can ask my wife. I assure you, we were just talking about these yesterday. It's just weird that you just said that. So weird. He is a con. He is a con who goes after damaged women, and her only comfort was if the women he was conning were prettier than she was. Yeah, the conversation was strange, but I think she really was trying to get him to talk more. And I really do. And I never talked to Reese about like she sent me a copy of the thing. I listened to it. I was like, whoa, yeah, you got to do something with that. She had the names edited out, so it would be, appropriate to put on. I always heard it like she was just doing it for him to talk more about. But yeah, the prettier thing, you know, yeah. I don't know. You know, who knows? Who knows, you know? DNV19, thank you so much for saying that, because if you've seen my first video, when I locked him out of my thing because I hadn't heard from him. Now I had heard from him, but it was just him lying to me. Because I'd already known, like, him and his brother got in a fight and he tried to tell me it was something else, but then he was doing his little fucking sneaky riddle shit online, you know, like, yeah, like, I think my brother's here, you know, like doing like this, like trying to be like, say something, but not say something. But I'd already known his brother had hit him. Right. So I can show you the text thread right now. It was us, of me saying, no, are you sure, dude? Like, you didn't get in a fight? Are you sure, bro? You didn't get in a fight? And he's like, no, I fell off whatever, you know, ladder, step ladder, whatever, you know, bullshit he says. And I tried to give him a chance to be honest. I did. I even said, it was like, well, I was like, you were kind of being like slithery, using, you know, like, you know, doing like a double entendre type thing with your brother and being hit and like on the live that day. And I could see the divot where like a knuckle. Anyway, he's full of shit. So yeah, I have been hurt. I have been hurt. I'm not, like, again, I'm no victim. Whoever he took money from, and here's the deal. And not to get riled up about it again. But here's the deal. We don't know. And people might say, that's kind of grandiose, or like, that's making him more important than what he is. But here's the deal. People love that dude. And like for their recovery, they count on him, right? Who knows who might have been hurt by him? And I'm not even talking about money. Let's just leave money out of it right now. Who knows who's been hurt by him where they went out and used, right? Where they went out and used. Or maybe they found out information, like someone could have looked up to him so much and counted on him so much, or gave him so much power for their own recovery, that when they found out that he raped that little girl, that might have destroyed them. They could have went and used just for that. Just for that. I know it's a stretch, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities. There's many little reasons like that where he could have hurt someone. And when you take all that in, it's heavy. It's super heavy. It's super heavy. And I don't know what brought that up. I can't remember. Did somebody say something? Oh, yeah, that I've been hurt. Yeah. And I'm not a victim. Like, it broke my faith. Yes. Thank you, Karma Chameleon. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you when you're in the chat, because you always have really smart things to say. Same thing with you, Nicole. Thank you so much for being here. I haven't seen you in a while, but I know we all have lives and we're all busy. I'm scared that YouTube is going to be my retirement. I really am. For this reason, like, I just got into it and like, I've already been hurt. Not like other people could have been hurt, but like, you know what I mean? I had a plan with this dude and we were going to have this thing and we were going to make it grow and make it generate an income. Yeah, you know, and I feel like I got burned on it a little bit. So like, yeah, I'm scared. Like I'm gonna do a lot of tattooing this week. I'm gonna see how my back feels. You know, maybe I'm not gonna count on it like I was gonna count on it. I love doing this. I didn't know. I told my dad the other day. My dad's like 80 something, right? He lives in Michigan. He's never seen YouTube ever in his life. I go, Dad, yeah, It's crazy. It's you put I come to find out I have a lot to say, Dad. You put a microphone in front of my face and I just happen to have a lot to say. And he just started laughing. Because he's probably like, yeah, you've always had a lot to say, son. And I love you. And I love my dad too, man. My dad's a shit. Old factory worker. Used to smoke 3 packs a day. He's just the shit. Quit smoking when he was 50. Quit drinking when he was 50. He used to drive around when I was a kid with a scotch and water and a 7-Eleven coffee cup every day. Every day. And when he was 50, he quit drinking and smoking for a girl. She's been my stepmom ever since. 30 years, she's been my stepmom. He quit just like that. Just like that. I was like, wow, the power of love is huge, right? Was huge. But you know what? I think he drank because he was depressed about my mom. He lost my mom. But anyway, that's the power of love right there. Yeah, the power of God can do that too. It's the same love. When it's true, it's the same love. But I don't want to get on my soapbox about that right now. Come listen to the Morning Mayhem show and you will hear all kinds of cool tidbits. You might see me crash and burn too. It'll all be entertaining though. It'll all be entertaining. Man, I wish I had a producer to like mark my questions and comments. My wife does it sometimes, but it makes her dizzy. But she bought a new laptop with her tax return. Sam, it's on the job training. Learn the lessons early is a blessing in my opinion. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you so much, Kim. Hey, honey bunny. Look at this little girl. Come say hi real quick. Hey. Tell me you had a good time at the pool?
Yeah.
I was telling you
there
about...
was a really, really, really fun water slide that I went down.
Oh, tell him what happened.
I
already told him when you went down the slide.
I hit my head.
Yeah, you hit your head. All right. All right. I love you. I'll be out in a bit.
I have to get some paper.
Okay. Here you go.
I have that pajamas on my
I know. All right.
What is this phone?
Just kick it. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, and like, look, I like talking about the parasocial stuff and like all the psychology behind that. I've been watching this guy. He's called the Dad Challenge, the Dad Challenge podcast. I love the dude. I guess he's an ex-pastor or something. Super crazy. But he talks about people having their kids on YouTube. And like I will never have her like the papers in here. Like I was just thinking just now though, I'm gonna start keeping paper out there. But she's gonna find an excuse to come in here. And like I've already, because not knowing like the dangers of it, right? Like there's predators out there that watch content just to watch little kids do little kid shit. Like I didn't know that. And I'm not saying I'm naive and I'm stupid. I'm just saying I didn't know they would like maybe watch me just to watch my daughter come in and out. That's nuts to me. That blows me away. Right? So I don't know. It freaks me out. Almost did something rash because of that dude in the morning show he had. Oh, who are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Oh, I'll listen to the chat later. Man, I'm so glad everyone came out tonight. I didn't know. It's funny. So I had made the thumbnail before I got home. And it just said, what did it say? It said, I don't know where the hell my phone's at. I'll just go to my photos. It said, well, it just said after the bars, vacation no more, Sunday recap, what now? And that's all I thought. I was just going to like come on and be like, hey, and just talk about my vacation and, Hazley being down the slide and like, hey, we're going to have a great week. I feel nice and rested. I got a new intro. we're gonna move forward. But then I got the watch. That changed everything. I was like, whoa. So I, put like Tommy broke the ice. I didn't know what else to say. Tommy broke the ice. So now we're gonna talk about him. You should have sent me the watch. Keep the fucking watch. You've been promising me the watch forever. But now that you're rich, now it's okay. I'll send you this birth watch, right? So you can do your like little snide thing. Again, this is the last day we're ever talking about it. Unless I join like FTG like 1000%, then I might just start a whole thing. But I don't know if I can do that kind of daily thing, maybe I'll just send him subscribers and he can, because he got monetized. That's dope. Knife Hoarder did. I know there's more people than just one, but I don't know. Yeah, the FTG. That's right, Brazy. I don't know what I just seen FTG. Truth and Heat said he only said that crap to you, Sam, to use you and to use your talents for him. Yeah, I know that. And that's why I think it's funny. Now he can be like he's the bigger man. Like, no, see, I told you I was going to send you the watch, but you betrayed me. Like I kept my word. Here's the watch, but you betrayed me. What the fuck, dude? Just come fight, man. That's what I want. Let's get in the ring, dude. Yeah, I want to show my wife. I want my wife to see me shine. Hell yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to think about all that. That's crazy. I don't want to think. I'm not trying to be a tough guy, so I apologize for saying that. I just, you know what I mean? It's just like my dad said, sometimes, son, I just had to spank you with that belt, son. I'm like, I know. He did it twice. My dad cried both times, though. Appreciate your candor and honesty once again, Sam. Thanks, Truth and Need. I appreciate you. There's my chief moderator, Mariana Awesome, and get Sam to call me after the show and talk about it, please. Okay. I don't even know what they're talking about, but I will call you. Knife Hoarder tells it like it is. Yes, he does. Yeah, and he's good at it too, man. He's good at it. I wish I would have. Thank you, Love Boston. Thank you so much. And if there's anything I can ever do, it looks like I see the Save the Children avatar. Hit me up if there's anything I can ever do, like anything. Anything. Like I can do fundraising at my tattoo shop, things like that. I can design t-shirts. I'm really good at designing t-shirts. Like badass artwork. But anyways, just Inside the Mind X is my Gmail. I do a lot for suicide prevention. I'm going to start doing a lot more now that I have the channel. Not raising money. I'll never raise money on this channel ever. And I don't really want to say ever because there might be something that comes up someday, but I'm just saying, yeah, I'm good on all that. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, will you design a logo for me so I can get back into podcasting? Absolutely, Nicole. Yeah, absolutely. I'll respond to. We've already emailed each other. Yeah. I will definitely do that. I would love to do that. I did one for Reese. I don't know if she liked it or not, but it seemed like she had already redone it. Maybe it's not really what she was looking for, but I designed this cool thing for Reese, this banner and this thing, because she's seen what I did a new intro for the lifeboat that they don't use anymore, which is fine. I'm glad they don't use it. So anyway, guys, I don't know if there's any questions I missed, will you please re-ask it right now and just put CCC And I'm sorry, I'm asking you to do it again, but there's a lot of messages and I don't really have anyone to like go, hey, look, it's 420 right now. There's 420 people in here. I got the blunts rolled up. I can't smoke weed. It makes me paranoid. Okay, I see one. Let me star that one. Noah. I got Noah's. Or comments, questions or comments. Anything you want to get, have me see right now. If not, catch me in the mornings, every morning at 9:05, 9:10. I'm there except for Sundays. I go to church on Sunday. Okay, there's another question. Okay, I'm going to get to that one. And I love you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. What is that, Angie Mo? Is that like smoke, like burning out? I suck at these things. Is that like if you're like burning out, like the smoke from a tire? How do you guys get the emojis in your names? Like Woofy has the eyes. I try to do it and I can't do it. Okay, there's another one. Wait, I just started. Okay, sorry guys about the dead air. Hey, when I did the sound effects, could you guys hear that? Let me know if you can hear this. And it's like loud. You can hear it, like it's loud enough to hear. Cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Like, all right. Because I got the Stream Deck. I've had it for a long time. And I'm finally able to use it because I got the microphone. I wasn't able to use it. So, yeah, I got some cool sounds now. And I can put any sound I want on it. So, like, yeah, I'm really going to be playing with that here over the next couple weeks. You're like, yeah, quick, we can hear it. Stop effing hitting sounds. Yeah, the pipe organ is like the game over. Or no, this is when someone's a new member, I'm going to do this. You know, when I like, hey, thank you for becoming a member. Da-da. I'm telling you guys, I really want to be like a cool morning show. I want to do funny stuff. I got Florida or Germany. I tell a crazy story and you either tell me it's from Florida or Germany. And then whoever gets the most right gets a t-shirt. I know I still got to get all those mailed out, but anyway, it's not a scam. I'm not like, getting anything from playing Florida or Germany, but I do have to get some t-shirts mailed out. Just got a little issue, but don't worry, it's going to get fixed. Did you get the t-shirts from the end of February sent out yet? That's what I'm talking about. And it's still a thing, or is it still a thing? Yes, it is. It is going to happen. Let me just tell you what's going on with that. So that was a last minute thing, right? I said, I didn't know what could be the price. So I was like t-shirts. And then the game show didn't go quite as well as planned. So I don't have access to, it's a thing that goes, it's called a platen. I need a platen. The platen is the thing that you tuck the t-shirt in that goes down the printer. I got to get a platen. And the company that but don't worry. I already told my wife, worst case scenario, I'm just going to drop ship them. You know what I mean? Where you upload the artwork, kind of like on Fourth, whatever, and I'll just pay for them all. It's not that many. It's like five or six. If that. It doesn't matter. Even if it's 10, it's just one tattoo. If I didn't have the money to do it, I would just call someone and do a tattoo and then buy the shirts. It's no big deal. I have all the blanks, hoodies, shirts, jackets. So yeah, that's the deal with the shirts. Yes, I can put in a seal bark. Oh, for knife hoarder. Is that what you're saying for knife hoarder? Put in a seal bark? Yeah. or maybe get it like a little sardine can that pops up when it comes in. F that. He owes you for the intro and the graphics. I appreciate that. That's not to say I put in a lot of hours on a documentary. That really, yeah, I mean, a lot of hours. And that's just like, I put a lot of hours in a documentary for the Jesters. That's just like, it's just like the part, it's like it's like a detailed trailer for the big 1.5 2 hour documentary, but I need interviews for that. And supposedly I can't interview the bartender, and there's no recording of an interview. I thought there might have been a recording of the interview with the bartender. And then I would have to interview Reese too for the whole thing. But but at first it was like, this is probably, I had to, at the last minute, I didn't know I had to take out all the names. I get it in the emails and stuff. We don't want to dox people, but of the perpetrators, of the actual Jesters, I thought that was the whole thing, putting them on blast. But anyways, I blurred their face or blackened their eyes and took out their names. But that takes hours. All that takes hours and hours and hours to go through every single thing. Anyways, Tommy said to give him a hourly thing, but I knew that was never going to happen. But that's not why I was doing it. I was doing it because we were all a team taking this out. And I said, okay, cool. I'll get paid. It's called sweat equity. You guys have all heard of sweat equity, right? It's when like one guy has money to invest, the other guy has his talent and his time to invest. Sweat equity. And so I just said, no, it's cool. I'll put in the sweat equity. We're going to build this thing, right? But, maybe Tommy was conning Marissa to be attached to that story somehow. I don't know. I don't know what all goes on over there. I just know what he was doing here and what I was trying to do for, let's just call it the cause, But I'm going to end up doing a story on it. I mean, I'll leave Reese out of it, or Marissa or whatever. I'll leave her out of it. I'll just tell the story of the Jesters and what they do. I won't say Jeff's name. I'll just say that this is what they do. And I won't use Reese's part of it. You know what I mean? It's just me telling the story of all the information that's out there. If she doesn't do anything with it, I think it's a story that needs to be told. And I think so does she. I think she wants to be told too. But I don't know. Yeah. There might be some weird stuff in there because I know Tommy likes to fake shit. So was the bartender real? I don't know. Was the event at the hotel real? That Tommy was going to fight? I don't know. I can't speak on it because I don't know really what was said. I didn't watch all the content of them talking about it. But it's a true story. I know that. But like how the evidence was gathered or not how it was gathered, but like, I guess there's a lot of people trying to come forward. Well, like, let's interview them. We can make a badass documentary and, I don't know, sell it to Netflix. I don't know. And all I want is a production fee. I don't need points. And what points are is like a percentage of the back end. I don't want anything like that. Just pay me to produce it and direct it, to be the cinematographer. Anyways, good times. Thank you so much, Love Boston. I have the most amazing mods, and they're awesome. I see a lot of drama on channels about their mods. Like, mods can make or break a channel. I believe that wholeheartedly. Because if you come in here and you get offended by one of my mods, you're going to be like, well, fuck him and his mods, right? Excuse my language. I normally don't swear during the week. Today's a little different. But yeah. And the main reason why I don't swear is because I do feel a little convicted from the Holy Spirit, because it comes out as vulgar, right? But I also think it's a sign of if you can't think of a different adjective when you're using as an adjective, then, or do you know what I mean? Like it can come off as unintelligent. Okay, I'm going to get to the couple questions I caught, and then I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for the super sticker or super chat. Why do you think we don't like you? If you want to see some funny videos, go over there. There's some cool ones over there. Jeff's hat is absolutely the funniest. I love that one so much. That's how I got hip to the, you know, like, look, and Tommy said, he's like, oh, I see they got to you. That's what he said. Oh yeah, I see you've been listening to the haters, to the trolls. I see they got to you. I haven't seen anything the trolls have done yet except for Jeff's hat. Before I Jeff's hat and then the Hitler one. And I told him about both. I was like, dude, did you know they have a Hitler thing? I was like, who the hell is Marissa? And I know Reese. I knew Reese at the time. I was like, dude, whoever Marissa is, she's coming for you, bro. I don't know if they're like trying to warn you that she's coming, or that if it's like a subliminal thing, or if they're just trying to freak you out. But I was calling them trolls at the time. Now, like, some truth seeking, right? Truth seekers. And then I was like, whoever Marissa is, dude, she's coming for you, dude. They made a whole Hitler thing about it. And he was like, oh yeah, fuck that, you know, fuck you. And then I already know that. And that's when he was like going, yeah, Casper's starting to see it. And then I seen that, and then the Jeff's hat. And the Jeff's hat is awesome. It's the funniest. It is so funny. Super clever. Super clever. I was super impressed by that. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you for not being afraid to talk about Tommy's sex offense. Everyone has been tiptoeing around it for weeks, and it makes me sick. And it freaks me out too. I'm not that channel, and I know everyone before they become a hate channel always says that in the beginning. That's not the kind of content I do. I can name a couple right now, but I don't want to get involved in another beef. But they're really good at it. And I'm not talking about Reese or anyone like that. It's someone completely on the outside. They're like, this is not the content I do, but every day is doing that content, and their channel is growing because of it. Love Boston. And I'm not talking about Knife Hoarder or anyone in this. This is someone on a different community. And Knife Hoarder is not saying it. This is not the kind of content it does. But thank you so much, Renee. Comment: harm reduction is bad. If you ask someone to back down from an addiction, isn't it better than stopping it? I never said harm reduction is bad. If I did, I'm sorry, I misspoke. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you ask someone to back down from an addiction, that's not exactly what harm reduction is, though. Backing down from, and I'm no expert. Supposedly Brett is the expert, right? Yes, backing down from addiction is better than being in full-blown addiction. But where does it end? Do you just back down and then just keep doing the half step, but you're still in the addiction? But then when you have a really fucked up day, you just go back up again? Like you can have that day, that's the X factor. Boom, boom, boom. You're already feeding the compulsion because you're using what? Tramadol instead of morphine, right? Or whatever the case may be. But now you're like, well, fuck, this tramadol ain't doing what I really need it to do because I just had the perfect storm day. No, you need to get clean and sober so your mental health can get back to normal, so you can experience joy, so you can experience happiness. All I know is that I was a 5 grams a day habit heroin addict, and I know that there is no way that I could just do a little bit of heroin or do like whatever to get clean. Do you know what I mean? Or like even methadone. Methadone is terrible. If I was going to relapse, I would relapse on methadone right now before I would relapse on heroin ever again. Even though methadone is harder to get off of because it's got legs, it's easy to get, and it's legal, right? So, but I get what you're saying. Is harm reduction bad if you ask someone to back down from an addiction? Isn't better than stopping completely? now I'm rereading your question now. If you ask someone to back down from an addiction, isn't better than stopping completely? No, I had it right. Yeah, as long as they keep backing down, of course that's better. Or isn't it better than stopping completely? If you ask someone to back down from an addiction, isn't better than stopping completely? No, stopping completely is always better. Hopefully I answered that both ways that I can take that question. Complete stepping off of it's better. Unless it's Suboxone. Suboxone's a whole new thing though. Not new like this year, but like in the past 20 years. Buprenorphine using it. So, I don't know. Look, it's not something I support. How about that? I don't want to like argue it. And I know you're not trying to argue with me, but I feel like I want to argue it, and I'm in a bad spot there. Quitting's better. How about that? You like fruit? What do you think of them apples? And I say that with love. Love Boston, enjoying the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Love Boston. Thank you for being here today. The mods in chat are awesome. Brazy, thank you so much. Brett is a con, period. Reese had clapped so many times she has an audience. It's like chlamydia clap. I did not know. That's crazy. Or do you mean it's got to be chlamydia? Nuts, Brazy. Super nuts. Reese's hands aren't clean in all this. She is more of a manipulator than him in some ways. I'm only saying this because it's Free Speaking Sunday. Thank you, Analytical Blarney. It's possible. But here's the deal. It might be like it's hard to say like what someone's true intent is. And like, look, she's making her living like that. That is not a secret. So how she makes the money is by providing content that's entertaining? Or, I mean, is she allowed to say like, I need money for this and get it? I don't know. I know how I'm going to do it. I'm hopefully going to be funny. You know what I mean? And like have funny stuff and game shows and like talk about politics here and there and religion here and there. And, all religions and like spirituality. Me and James Colin Cares have talked about having segments on different days. I just need help with it. I need help with of getting the comments, because I don't want to miss comments and I don't want to miss questions, right? Because sometimes I get on a roll of something that I'm passionate about, and then that's a good time. That's a good show. And I feel like that deserves to be on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? And I know you didn't ask about any of that. When alcohol and benzos are dangerous to stop completely. Yeah, you can die from it. You can die from it. It's the only two you can die from. I don't know if Brett's ever said that. I'm sure he does. He's smart. And it needs to be monitored. Absolutely. I wasn't talking about alcohol and benzos for sure. And I know you're just making a comment, but like, yeah, you can't stop those completely. You have to be weaned usually. And it just depends on how much alcohol you've been doing. Anyways, Sam, you have no worries because you tell the truth. Thank you so much. Short note, Carrie. I love that. Say that 20 times fast. Shit, say that I can't even say it one time fast. Short note, Carrie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming and listening to me rant tonight. I had a lot of effing fun ranting about that. After the bars, no, she is in on it all, just as she was after the first breakup debacle. See, I don't know anything about all that. There was a first breakup. I never knew that till just now. There are receipts. I am just waiting for the truth to fully come out about her. Notice how Tommy. Ooh, there's a part 2. There's a part 2. Is there a part 2? Analytical Blarney. Save yourself, please, for your child. I will. I am saved. I have no fear I have no fear. And you know what? That little girl is saved too. I know you're not necessarily talking about that kind of save, but I know no matter what, I am okay. But I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Carpenter. Do you know my boss is a carpenter? He's a Jewish carpenter. My boss is. Jesus. I mean, I'm sure you got it. I don't even know why I had to say it again out loud. Oh, I missed Analytical Bars Part 2. Was there a Part 2 Analytical? Oh, now I got more comments to start. I'm down. Let's do this. But my wife's probably head is exploding though right now. Okay, here we go. Here's Part 2, I think. After the bars hasn't.
Kim wants to know if you knew about Tommy's charges
Before when?
in prison.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, I'll answer that. Yeah. After the bars hasn't filed against her, if it was defamation, he would have, but there is more. If it was defamation, he would have, but there is more. After the bars hasn't filed against her. Yeah. I don't know about that. My wife just asked me that Kim wants to know, did I ever know about his charges before? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Like when we were in prison, no way, Jose. No way. If anyone would have known that at the prison we were at, he would have been smashed off the yard. Or he would have PC'd. He would have PC'd. Now there might have been dudes there that were said it was a non-sex offender yard, but he wasn't there on those charges. Do you know what I mean? He was there on bank robbery. So they won't put him in a sex offender PC yard. They'll put him in regular population. If anyone would have known that, like, look, there was gang members on there. I'm a gang member, ex-gang member. I was a gang member then. Now I'm anti-gang, 1000%. And I'll stand loud and proud on that, always. I have to, or else it doesn't count. Hey, Wolfie, how old Barbie World account is? Ooh, I've been doing that a lot lately too, checking out how old people's accounts are. Yes, sir. Especially when like they're trying to get super involved. After the bar, she is in on all of it. If she wasn't, he would file against her. They have a joint agreement regarding their relationship because they got more views and money via them being together. Are you talking about Tommy and Reese? She is in on all of it. If she wasn't, he would file against her. They have a joint agreement regarding their relationship because they got more views and money via them being together. Oh, I see what you're saying, kind of. Hey, look, I mean, here's the deal, right? But I don't think he's that diabolical. I mean, that's pretty diabolical. Could he like what? I guess what I'm saying now, I'm like, that has me think about something else. Could this all be a huge thing to like? No way. There's no way they would have ever agreed to put that out about him. Like, even though he was about to get all that money and he knew that he was getting that money. Look, if that's true, like if it was like he agreed that to come out and like dragged me into, because he told me to call her, right? When he was telling her, you guys don't ever be together or, talk on a stream or anything like that. But now that I'm processing it, he told me to call her and she instantly, oh man, I'm freaking out right now. Was it all a damn, man? Like, was it all a fucking scam? Because the recording does sound effed up. Like when I first heard it, you can ask my wife. I'm using her for a cosign, and she's the most docile, non-lying, sweetest person in the entire world. Hates drama, hates it all, right? but she wants to see me shine. But anyway, I was like, this doesn't even sound real. It sounds like he's acting, because he was like going, because it's the con, see, it's the long con, see, you know, like I was like, what the fuck? That shit sounds crazy. But then I listened to the whole thing and I was like, well, it could be him like performing for her. You know what I mean? Trying to be like some weird, you know, crazy criminal guy, you know, and like, and she's buying it because she doesn't know any better, right? Because she grew up in Scientology. So I told myself that. But now, like, I'm like looking at this whole other thing, like, because he told me to call her, and the first thing she says is like, hey, what's going on? Why is this shit all fucked up? Here, and she shoots me that thing. You know, she asked me if she's like, you sure you won't tell anyone? I'm like, no, I won't tell anyone. Let me hear it. And she shoots it to me. She doesn't trust me or know me. She was talking shit about me. But because I see no way, there's no way that was all a thing. No one's that diabolical. And it really hurt. I think it hurt Reese in a lot of ways. She lost, you know what I mean? There's no way. And like, would Tommy ever agree to like have all these YouTubers like just saying, yep, see, he's a piece of shit. He's a piece. No, there's no way that was all a thing. And I know that's not what you're saying, but that's where my head just went. I don't know, man. It's the long con. Thank you so much, Tiffany Bob. Hold on. Damn. If it is, bravo. Thank you. Bravo. Well done. If it is, look, if we find out it is, I assure you, I will make a movie that will be on Netflix. Yes. Thank you, analytical, or not analytical. It was just above analytical. No way. I truly believe Tommy manipulated Reese. He got full of himself. Yeah, I think that's what it was. V. That's what I think too, V. Victoria. Yeah. There's no way that they would put themselves through all of that just for, but funny to think about for a second. Super funny to like even Brazy, like the long con. Wheels within wheels. Yeah, this is like a Will Smith movie, right? Hey, and look, about like Tommy being like a known sex offender, like on the yard. I can show you guys my disciplinary record, and it'll show you how many times that like I had to like take care of like child molesters on the yard. Like I lost a lot of good time because of that. And I guess what I'm saying is that there's no way we would have let that go down had anyone known. The number one guy would be like my friend Hammer. They're like, hell no. But he is kind of like look the other way kind of guy, but not for that. No way. I don't know what made me think of that again. I think I read a comment on him, but yeah, the long con. Did you guys understand what I was saying though? Because he was like, you just talked to her. And I was like, what? That's weird. And I wasn't even going to call her. I wasn't. I was like, nah, forget it. I'll just send her all the stuff. Then those guys can deal with it because I was mad. Not at Reese. I was mad at Tommy. And then when I called Reese, she just said, yeah, Tommy says you're a piece of shit. I'm like, what? And then, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I thought you guys were friends. I'm like, what? I thought so too. Anyways, the long con. Well, hey, that'll be an inside joke with all that. Noah, do not say anything to Mariana or I will boo you. What'd he say? If he said anything sideways, just boo him. That's my wife, bro. She's innocent. She's not a part of this community. Yeah, it's free speech Sunday, but it's not that free. Well, no, I mean, no, you're right. I can't. I'll trust James's judgment on all that. I can't say that because it's my wife. That's shitty. But just know there could be consequences. You know, I mean, everyone wants their man to protect their wife, right? Oh yeah, the no Q thing. Let's talk about that for a second. Laura Lou, welcome to the show, Laura. The no Q thing trips me up. How does it trip you up? I'm interested. I mean, there is no Q, hands down. I do believe Reese fell hard for Tommy V. Yep, and is trying to make sense of it all. I really do. Maybe Noah is Tommy. Fuck, I didn't even think of no. Noah's been in the chat before, but he is a young kid for being in this chat, right? We're all adults. His avatar is like a little kid. Well, I mean, Tommy's in here somewhere, right? So maybe it is. Because he has kind of been like oppositional in a way, but not too oppositional, so we can like stay in here. Yeah, maybe I'll just have someone check Noah out, make sure he's legit. Oh, I can see his history. I forgot. Let's see his history. Sorry, Noah. You just like, I don't mean this in any kind of disrespectful way. I just want to make sure you're legit, and then you can talk all the shit you want. I mean, within reason, until James feels like he used you, Marissa used you. Please think of your family. Where's his tats? Where's his tats? He used Marissa. He used you. Please think of your family. I do, Carpenter. Thank you. I just want to see everyone's like history. Crazy live though. Crazy live. I can get IP addresses too, but I don't do that anymore. But because people can use VPNs. So. Sorry guys, just 1 second. Switch account. And then see those things. Well, you can't see it now. Those guys back there, those are like management server and firewalls. And they keep super logs. And like they go deep. Let's see. I'm just making sure. No, Noah's been in my chats before. Noah's been in my chats even when Tommy was around. So yeah, Noah's good. I mean, Noah's not Tommy. Pretty sure. Anyways, I'll get to that. Let's get some more questions. It's gonna pull up. Put Noah on timeout for 24 hours. He was okay. Thank you. Let me just stop and read this real quick. I put Noah on timeout for 24 hours. He was being too aggressive towards others. I can take the attacks on me, but not you all, especially Mariana, as she is like my sister and will defend. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. James, whatever you say goes, man. You know, James and I had a talk before the live. I said, look, this is how I want it to go down. What do you think? He gave me his advice and we met in the middle and then we're running with it. So yeah, thank you. It probably was Tommy. Or just someone, you know, trying to like create havoc. If I was, dude, look, if I was like single and like bored and nothing to do and didn't have God, like true Holy Spirit God, like I would probably be doing that stuff too. Like Tommy even will tell you, I used to say these cops, like, because people complain about the cops inside the prisons, like the way you get treated. I'm like, look, these cops are treating me better than I would treat them if the shoes were on the other feet. So like, I accepted it. And that's how I felt about the world back then. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, but people have to know that they can be held accountable and they suffer the consequences, you know, i.e. 24-hour timeout. But I'll find out what's up with Noah. You know, I wish Reese would tell me all of Tommy's sock accounts, but she probably doesn't know. But I bet you I need to talk to Jane Aldrich. What is that? What are all the O's? My other's keeper. What is that? The Lou. Ooh. Who can? Lou can? Oh, the I was like, what the fuck is the Lou? And then, excuse my language, I'm gonna try it. Look, anyway, I'm swearing tonight. I was like, what's the Lou? And then I seen it again. I was like, the Lou. What the hell? And then I seen the third one. I was like, oh, the long con. Good job. Good job. If you guys haven't seen it, I did my testimony on my Other Keepers podcast. You can go over there and check it out. It's pretty good. Also on Caddy, Connie, and Loudmouth Linda. Where are they tonight? Where's Caddy, Connie, and Loudmouth Linda tonight? Oh, they're probably asleep. Dang, man. Oh, they're going to have to catch the replay. That was so good. My Other's Keeper. God, that was so good. You got me. You got me. That's the last time I'm going that far back up. Oh, my stomach hurts now. Way to go, James. Whatever, Brett. Ghost Rider. Yeah, that's funny. No talk about Mariana. I'll kick your. Thank you, V. All right. Shite. Man, I could stay on with you guys all night, but I appreciate you guys. Just couldn't stand watching him attack you all. What was he doing? What was he saying? Well, I'll have Mariana tell me, guys. Tell me later. Brett's audio was legit. I know that for a fact. Yeah, it was legit. It was legit. But Truth and Heat, without saying too much, like when you first heard it, right? Like when I first heard it, I was like, oh, is this fake? I thought they were trying to get me on some bullshit, right? Like I really did, because like she just trusted me with this right away. I've never talked to her on the phone ever, or maybe once before that. But we had texted and I had gotten stuff about the Jesters, right? But I mean, you can ask Reese. I was like, man, I'm not kind of weirded out by it, because I was like, man, is this real? But then I heard the water in the background. But just it was the way he was talking that didn't seem real. But even when he's talking on his lives, when he does that, like, you know, when he does that, he's like, yeah, it gotta be that thing. Yeah. I can't even do it. It's so weird. When he changes like into like the bleh. Do you know what I mean? And so like I noticed him always doing that, even before like I didn't know we weren't friends, you know. He knew we weren't friends way before I did. And but I would kind of like laugh to myself when he would do it. I thought it was like a little quirk, right? But no, it's like his weird little acting thing that he does. And he's like acting all the fucking time. All the fucking time. So and after the bars, I wasn't trying to upset. I will see myself out. My deepest apologies. I want the best for all communities. I will stay quiet again from now on. I am sorry to have upset. Hey, I'm not upset. Analytical Blarney, please, please, please. Did I seem upset? I was trying to like read all. I thought there was like part 1, part 2, part 3. I wasn't upset at all at anything you've said. I was talking about James and like who he kicked out, Noah. No, I was totally appreciating what you were saying. Oh, because you were saying like the long con. I will stay quiet again from now on. I will stay quiet from now on. I'm sorry to have. Please don't stay quiet. Jeez. That would bum me out if you stay quiet. And where is B. Jean? Where's B. Jean? I haven't seen her forever. She like disappeared. Thank you, Alicia, for the gift of memberships. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for the gift of memberships. Analytical Blarney, thank you so much for the $5 for the gift. I'm telling you the truth. Can't wait until it comes out. I have seen the receipts. Reese and Tommy were orchestrated. I just wanted you to know. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait. Damn, I can't wait. If that, I don't know. I think you're trying to spin me now. I don't know. Thank you for the $5. Yeah. I'll have to talk to someone about that. Someone I really trust. Or that's like on it. Yeah. I'll have to talk to them real quick about it. Okay, am I going in circles? What are we talking about? I think people see. I'm not even reading I'm just reading everyone's comment. Now I'm just getting sucked into a lot of conversations that I don't know if you guys want live or not want live. That's what I was just wondering because Sar in his chat, my gut told me to look there. Okay, see Kim, I got to read that. That's what I was just wondering because where the F is my vape? That's what I was just wondering because I saw her in his chat. My gut told me to look there because I was curious to see who was still there and who I could trust or not. Well, I don't know, man. This is like crazy, you know. I mean, they could be playing us all and like it's just a big like joke, but what I don't know what anyone gets out of it, you know. But like, you know, like except for like being the puppet master, it's just like this. Because people can say, well, like, well, who gains what? Who gains this? Who gains that? Or Red Bull, Sam Red Bull. Yes, thank you. Who said that? John Lezon from Francois. Yeah, I do need a Red Bull. You know what? And I have an 18 pack in the other room. I'm gonna tell like a quick little. This is like night yard night, so I'm just gonna tell a quick little prison thing. People used to say like, "Oh, that dude's got life," you know, because like say someone's telling on stuff in the prison, right? And like, man, someone who knows everything is telling on a lot of things, right? And that everyone's like, man, the only one who knows all that stuff is the lifer dude. Well, the lifer has the lifer ain't gonna tell. He's a lifer, you know. Lifers don't tell. You know, he went to trial. He don't tell. Yeah, but you got to remember, he's in there for life. So like, that's his entire world. So if he can do this over here and do that over there, and then watch the outcome of it all, they feel like they have control, like they're a puppet master. So they will tell on, you know, hey, Casper got some tobacco. You know, bam, I get hit. I get busted for the tobacco. I go to the shoe, come out. I'm like, damn, how they know I had that tobacco? You know, who knows? It can't be Bill. Bill's a lifer. Bill would never tell on me. It's got to be someone else. But no, those lifers, they do that. They tell on them. Not all lifers. I'm not saying that. Not every lifer's a rat or anything like that. I'm just saying everyone always counts them out because like there's no gain from it. Their gain is their entertainment because that's their entire world forever. For this entire lifetime, that's their entire world. And those lifers will do that. They become a puppet master. It's bizarre. I should write a book on it for real. I don't write. I don't journal. I don't write. You know, I might write a little monologue, but I always chop it up into Chat GPT to make it sound better, to make it like a news story, you know. News anchors have writers. News anchors ain't writing their shit. Some do. The higher paid ones might. But when they get to a certain level, no, they have like 10 writers. So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's all crazy. Man, but this has been so much fun tonight. Like I've had more fun tonight. This is like the best show I've done in a long time. You know, like how like I feel like we're getting the right things are being said by everyone. A pot is stirred. Exactly. Thank you so much, Phoenix Rising 44. Thank you so much for participating in the conversation. And Uncle Blarney, thank you for not leaving. I have seen the receipts. It's true. The problem is he can't file for defamation because it would open up their whole communications via discovery. Well, now you're getting super legal. I have seen the receipts. It's true. The problem is he can't file for a defamation because it would open up their whole communications via discovery. Man, that's heavy. That's heavy. I'm going to take your word for it until I see otherwise. I mean, I'm not going to stand on it and co-sign it, but I'll take your word for it. I have no reason to not take your word for it. Except for that it's YouTube and anyone can say anything about anyone, anytime, anywhere, especially on my little channel, right? The only thing I can do is get IP addresses and see who is really sending what and things like that. But thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy analytical Blarney AB. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You really got me thinking, and I appreciate it. I want to be thinking. I get off on it. You know what I mean? I want to be like processing stuff and the worst thing about it all though, it was this, because you can't trust all the, like when it first happened, I couldn't trust all the emails, and I had already been like, my spidey senses were tingling with Jane, like right off the rip. And I'm not saying that in hindsight, right? I just was. And that's why I didn't give like a true address to her. Because I wanted to see. And then some other people, a lot of people were telling me, Tommy's saying this about you, Tommy's saying this about you. And then Reese solidified that, right? When she told me the same things I was already hearing, I was like, okay, it's true then. It's true. You know, I had no reason to not believe it. But yeah, thank you for chilling with me, Phoenix Rising. I mean, who am I? You know what I mean? I'm a ex-systems engineer, widower. I'm doing it in order, right? Well, okay, grip in Hollywood, systems engineer, widower, drug trafficker, convict, relapser. That's right. Did I say it 3 times or 4? It's only supposed to be 3. And then saved, you know, and then redemption, right? That whole time I'm working on my testimony. I was where I was supposed to be every step of the way. All the pain, all the glory that we can have, that we can achieve on this earth, you know, in this world down here, is exactly where I was supposed to be every step of the way, just like tonight, just like yesterday, and just like tomorrow. It's my testimony, and what it gets used for is up to me and God. You know, I don't have the plan, but you know, I can either refuse it or just go with the flow. I'm going with the flow right now. You know, but I love you guys, man. You guys are bomb. You guys are so bomb, badass. I appreciate him or her. Sam, please listen to analytical. Appreciate him or her. Sam, please listen to analytical. Brett can take watches and shove it. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's a nice watch. I really like it. The band, like right off the rip. He told me the band was legit, and yeah, I've seen the band everywhere. I mean, it feels old, so it can't be a knockoff, or it could be. I don't know. I don't know watches. I wear a computer. But if I like, if this would have come from anyone else, now I would wear this, but I can't. How could I ever wear that? It would be sad if those accusations were true. That's right, Kat. Right? If you find out those things about someone you love, that would be so hard. It'd be so hard. Thank you so much, Mia, for the prayers. For I'm guessing you're just praying for everyone, and we need it. Whether people want to accept it or not, like, you're being prayed for. Anyways. KP and AZ. Oh, okay. I started late. I had no idea about the note or watched. What did the note say? I'll let you read it. You got to, man. I know this isn't me trying to get a view, but really watch like the first, I guess, 20 minutes. Is it? I don't know. It's pretty epic. I got pretty heated, like in a good way though. But that's, enjoy the watch. It's to remember a time when we were friends before you betrayed my trust. God bless, Tommy. But the watch is, I think it's a gorgeous watch. I mean, it's not like, it's a vintage old watch. I wish it came from somewhere else though. I really do. I like it. But we're going to put it to good. We're going to put it to good. Conathon. That's what it is. Yeah. Trade the watch for a vape and a case of Red Bull. It's worth more than that. It is. But he can afford it now. That's the deal. I mean, that I know it's hard to accept. Thank you so much, Tara, for the super sticker. Here's the deal. Unless I'm completely getting conned, like that's real, man. He's set for life unless he blows it all on drugs. But he's set for life. And good for, I mean, I don't want to say good for him. It could, like I said before, it couldn't have happened to a worse person. But yeah. But look, God is the great physician, the great healer. He could change Tommy's heart like that. And all we could do is just watch his actions, not literally, like we don't care to like really watch what he's doing, but like see where he ends up in the future, Yeah. God is the great healer, the great physician, and that's all God's. But it is one, there is one true God that represents all the gods. Hank's Trial by Ambush. I love that name. I'm new to the channel and love your positivity and outlook. You always have a great attitude. I'm confused. I thought you and Tommy were friends. We were. That's a whole nother thing. He betrayed me and others. And yeah. I've already like told the whole story. I mean, I would love to like tell it again. I do have previous episodes, lives where I talk about it. And if you watch the beginning of this one, like the first half hour, you'll get the whole gist of it. Thank you so much though for participating. I appreciate you. Love your avatar. Love your name, Hank's Trial by Ambush. Huge Hank 3 fan myself. It's a long story. Yeah, it's a long story. Tell me as a comment. Check, right? Check. J9, 100%. What did J9 say? This is what happens when I start reading the chat. I'll see an answer to something, and then I'll have to back out. I'm like, okay, what did J9 say? Until his last breath. Yeah, unfortunately. Because, God would have to check him and his brother because they feed off each other. And I don't know if that's been forever, for life. But did you guys ever see that video they did? They're like, man, if we would have got pulled over in that blue Buick or whatever they said, we'd be away for life. Like, well, what? The only thing that would send you both away for life is a body. or a ton of drugs, ton of guns and drugs together. I don't know. His betrayal is messed up. Sending you a watch the note really says a lot, in my opinion. It does. Right? Nanof too, you're a daily watcher of mine. I for the most part. Yeah, it does say a lot, right? It's crazy. Where is Nona 24? Have you seen her? Or Loudmouth, or that is Loudmouth, or Caddy Connie? Haven't seen them tonight. Hey, Danette, did you just get here? That's crazy. Like, the later it gets, the more of my regulars are coming in. Like, how do you guys get up for the morning show if you're up this late? Crazy lady. Oh, but usually sleep in, or you're in the UK. Exactly, Greg. I watch every day. At times have to watch the replay. I know. Thank you so much. And I so appreciate you. Like, the people that have been there, been here I just seen Caddy is still here eating popcorn. Oh, okay, Wolf. I didn't even see that she was here. Those are my people. I've been on their show. Go check out. I forgot the new name. Oh, we can't make this stuff up. # we can't make this stuff up. Make sure I got that right. If someone could put a link to my Others Keepers channel and # we can't make this stuff up in the chat, please. And if you guys can, try to get them some watchtowers, both of them. They're just trying to get, even if you like just put on a playlist and go to bed and let it play, I'd appreciate it. I don't know how close they are, but I'll have to check them out. Shame on Brett. Shame on Marissa. You do you and protect those you love. Please let them to God. I had to leave toxic behind. We all have some of those in our life. That's right. Carpenter. Thank you. Absolutely. Really, the only reason this show happened tonight was because of the watch. Yeah. Sam, thanks for this. I thought for sure I was going to be squished because someone tagged me as a hater. This is a nice channel. Thanks, Bacon Bits. I appreciate that. This is the longest stream I've been in since 2021. Thanks, Truth and Heat. That means a lot to me, for real. For real. Because I love your content. All my channels are subscribed. You, Knife Hoarder, all of them. I don't agree with everything, but all the good stuff, I just agree with the good stuff. Lori, I haven't seen Lori Sue in a long time, or was it just on Ben? You've truly been through it then, haven't you? What a devastating feeling to realize how much you were simply being used after investing so much yourself into that. Yes. Yep. Thank you, Lori Sue. Yep. Yeah, he didn't reply. Okay, guys. I mean, it's just growing and growing. I mean, I guess we could hey Sam, glad to be here. Hey, thank you, Becky USA. Thank you so much for being here and commenting in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Check out the morning show if you can. I know a lot of people have jobs and work, but I do it every morning at 9 o'clock, and it's just getting better and better and better as I figure stuff out. It's like the backgrounds change. I get sound effects. Just all the things. All the things are changing. I'm starting to do more polls during the chats where it's more interactive. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I just want it to be like the best morning show that I can make it. And yeah, I can only try. Full of hope. Oh, he did not reply. Wow, Sam. You should have replied. Oh, dear Sam. What? Oh, he did not reply. Wow, Sam. You should have replied. I don't even know what that means. Full of hope. Oh, he did not reply. Wow, Sam, you should have replied. Oh, dear Sam, you did not reply. I'm sorry, I'm lost on that one. But yeah, let me know. Fill me in. I am not the smartest cat in the room. Channel name didn't change. It's still Catty Connie and Loudmouth Linda. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to change a channel name, right? Connie, it really is. I changed my legal channel one time, and it took a hit. It took a hit a little bit. It took some time. I don't know. YouTube is weird. YouTube is weird. You know, you don't know if it's that or if it's something else or this is egregious. Yeah, it is. Man, I suspected I didn't, but hold my eyes open anymore. Hugs to all of you. Thank you, Teresa Clay, for being here. I'm wide awake, but I'm always awake at this time. I don't expect I know we have East Coast. I know we have the UK, West Coast. Yeah. You don't have to super chat anything to get me to read it. Let me see what's in there. Man, I'm way behind on the. Sam, did you recognize my name? Full of hope. Do you recognize my name? Sam, do you recognize my name? Full of hope. Oh, you're saying I didn't reply to. Yes, I think so. Are you talking about an email? Did I like miss your email? If I did, I apologize. Like I try to get to every single email. Do you recognize my name? Hold on. Oh, wow, he did not reply. Wow, Sam, you should have replied. Oh, dear Sam. And I'm sorry, I'm confused. I mean, I look, if I missed your email, like I start a bunch of stuff to get to, look, and then I had to take a break, but like if you can like not talk in riddles, and I'm not saying that disrespectfully, but just let me know what you're talking about. And because you know it's late, it's been a long day, I was on a long trip. If it's something that I need to get to, I will get to it tonight. Do you know what I mean? But you're saying I should have replied like I missed something, like I missed some big opportunity because I didn't reply. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm sorry, Full of Hope. I want to understand, and I want to like, you know, I try to get to everybody. I get a lot of emails, and I try to. Full of Hope does sound familiar. But like you guys got to understand too, I don't only get all these. Where's my effing phone? I can show you. I got 300 unreturned texts from Wednesday to today. 300 texts. Imagine that, Full of Hope, of getting that many texts and then all the emails I get and trying to respond. I try. I'm only one man though. I don't have an assistant. I don't have I don't have an AI program to answer them all. I do my best. That's all I can do. But you're saying I should have replied, oh dear Sam, like I missed something. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about it because I don't want to get. But what I was saying is I tattoo also. I get hundreds and hundreds of requests for tattoos. I'm only tattooing on friends and family right now. And I am not exaggerating. Nicole, do you believe that? Nicole. Look, I'm going to end up being here all night. Sam, you're going to need that soap to clean off all that dirt. I know. So he's jealous because you're more of a man than he ought to be. That money will come and go because it'll go. There's no, yeah. That is true. After the bars, I hope you read all of my chat after this. At Full of Hope, she was the one who was effed over with the watches. Oh. Yes. Yes. Now I remember. Yeah. Damn. Is this one of her watches? If this is like a watch that she got effed over on, I don't know. If it is, I'll gladly send it back. If it is, just let me know if it is and like send like a little bit of proof. You know, it doesn't have to be a lot of proof. Doesn't have to be a purchase order or anything like that. But if this is a watch you got effed over on, please let me know. Like, just show me a picture that you sent him or something, and I will send you the watch gladly. If that's what you're getting at, I don't know. But I would have no problem sending you this. I mean, I keep pointing to my this watch. Is this a watch that got stolen? Can you see it? It's a Scoville. But but I mean, I don't get what the like you should have replied, "Oh dear Sam, what, like I'm in trouble for having stolen property." See, that's what happens if you talk in like these lightweight riddles. Like, what do you mean you should have replied or else? Like, I'm trying to understand. So please, Full of Hope, just tell me what you mean and mean what you say. Please. I'm not a bad guy trying to like be a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy doing bad guy stuff. But thank you, Analytical Blarney, here with the save, with the information, right? And for real, I don't even know if I really do remember that. I mean, I might have. But I will read all your comments. No, you read other comments after my super chat that all you seem to skip the queue. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This is what I'm doing. I'm Full of Hope. This is what I'm doing. I'm reading regular comments. You see me reading regular comments all night. So I'm reading them, and then I'm like, okay, I got to catch up because I'm digressing, right? So then there's a button that says go to the bottom. So I go all the way to the bottom, and then I try to back up, and then over in the starred are super chats. So they get starred and set aside automatically. Like, I don't have to go find them. So if there's a super chat or super sticker, they get starred. And so like I see those automatically. But that's why I asked people, if they asked a question, to please ask it again at that one point so I can get them. Does that make sense? No, you read other comments after my super chat. That's all. You seem to skip the queue. Yeah, the queue, man, I wish I could video what I'm doing in the queue. I'm not trying to skip anybody. I don't know anybody personally. Do you know what I mean? So like it's not like I would do anything on purpose because I don't know anybody. So I apologize for skipping you. But like there's like, so the chat is only this big. I only see 6 chats at a time, right? And so then, and I'm sorry I'm explaining this again, but I feel like I have to, not because you're making me feel that way, because I feel I need to. And so I can back up with my mouse, and I back up and I try to find some, and I don't even see the super chats, right? I don't even see them right now. And so then I'm like, okay, I've gone far enough. Then I go to the bottom, and it shoots me to the bottom of all the new texts that are in the queue. And then I go over to this, then there's another whole section where it takes away the chat, and then all the super chats are automatically starred. That way they don't get missed. It's a setting StreamYard has, not me. So then I read those, and then I go, but look, I'm tired of explaining it. I apologize if it seemed disrespectful. I mean, don't disrespect. If there's anything that I can help you with, let me know. Again, I'm not trying to like do someone not in order. Like, man, I must be tired because I'm explaining myself again. And I don't mean to be rude about it. Did you edit Reese's audio for her? I did not. I did not edit it for her. I do have a clean copy. I do. Oh, you asked that a bunch of times. Okay, cool. That sometimes you have to do that, full of hope. I've actually told people that. Do it a couple times so I see it. Sam, did you edit Reese's audio? I absolutely did not edit that. I do have a clean copy of it though, and I have the edited copy. It was sent to me from the person who did edit it. I'm waiting for the follow-up because please, thank you, Nicole. No, I'm okay, Nicole. I appreciate that. No, she's trying to ask me something, and I wish she would ask me. I did not edit her video, so please follow up. Please follow up. Question, Sam, did you? Oh, I'm just getting a bunch of the same one. Beej, where have you been? I asked about you earlier. Question, Sam, did you edit Reese's audio for her? Okay, I get it. Now you're spamming me. I get it. Let me go to the bottom. See if I can get an answer to this. Her to do that. I only watched a few times. She preys on the lonely and the. I don't need a Red Bull, John. I need like people to speak clearly. Okay, 30,000. Okay, here we go. Okay, 30,000 plus to MAT. I want to know all who were involved. Okay, well, who are you though? Full of hope. Just email me and then we'll exchange phone numbers and we'll talk. Okay. I'm not going to dox them on my live. Do you know what I mean? But I'll gladly tell anyone that he's ripped off. Gladly. But I'm not going to dox him on the live. And I'll need some like proof of that you are who you say you are. Do you know what I mean? Like call me from like a social media, like from a Facebook or from a messenger. And then that way I know you are who you say you are, and then we can talk. Not working. Oh no, I totally get that. I get that now. I totally get that. But telling me, oh, Sam, dear Sam, you should have replied. Like saying like what? Like I'm a part of it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I was like, or what? Or I can't reply to everyone, and I'm not going to get back into that. And if she's a victim, I would love to help her recover, get more information for whatever she needs to, whatever needs to happen. But you understand, I get a lot of sock accounts of people asking me questions. Do you know what I mean? Just like Jane Aldrich did, asking me like my address for Tommy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm feeling all of that. Isn't she the one in Reese's recording that gave TLB the money for the Suboxone and Tommy took? Oh, I don't know the whole story. See, this is just it. Good. I'm glad that got brought up. So like when they're talking about the 11,000 off a Suboxone thing, I don't know that story at all. I just got reconnected with Tommy in October, right? So when people say like he skimmed 11,000 off of a Suboxone program, I don't know what that was. I don't know if he had a big fundraiser and he skimmed it off the top. All I know is that I almost said her name, that he burned so-and-so, but they're like besties. The one he burned, or that he says he scammed, and that he's leading on, and that she's ugly and has a voice, and it's not full of hope. It's a whole nother person. Do you know what I mean? And then there's the Kukuran in some other country. And then there's like the Suboxone scam. That's all I know. But I wasn't around when the Suboxone scam happened. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't. I wasn't around. I didn't even know Tommy existed on YouTube. Yeah, I think it's time to say goodnight. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Full of Hope. Thank you. Really, you should really email me so we can talk. That's really the best thing to do. And just let me know. We'll just talk. That's going to be easier because I don't know what you're talking about, and that way I can understand what you're talking about. Question: how is Sam's responsibility? Question: how is it Sam's to fix the issues Tommy made for himself? That's exactly right. It's not. Like you just say, like if this is her watch, like she can have it, but it's not watches. I think she got. I know there was yeah. Analytical Blarney, if you could email me too, so we can talk. Maybe all three of us could talk since Analytical Blarney, you seem to know a lot about it. But look, this is kind of bringing me down, and it's not to like avoid the topic, but like I'm not going to do it in chats where I miss one and have to go up and then she has to send a super chat or then spam my chat just so I can answer a question. I don't want to communicate like that. Not about something as serious as that of what she has gone through. She's a victim. I respect that. I want to help her. But let's do it with email. No, I'm going to do me. Always do me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I am taking on a lot. No worries. I won't be back here. Okay. Okay. Look, you just got to understand how it came off, Full of Hope. Like really just email me and we'll exchange phone numbers and we'll talk. What? Someone's saying that he said 3 times he did not edit the recording at all. I didn't. The only reason why, this is what I was told, the only reason why Reese had the video, the recording edited was so the names didn't get doxed out there. It wasn't so like the victims wouldn't get, I have a whole recording of it. So yeah, if you need like proof of him admitting to something, you can have a copy of it. No one's trying to keep anything from anyone. Anyways, I'm done talking about all that. It's bummed me out. I want to talk to Kiss Freak. He scammed people to support his drug habit. Absolutely, Kiss Freak. Absolutely. Damn, I was having such a good time. But I get it. Like, look, there's victims out there that are hurt. So I get that. That's why I'm not saying like her issue brought me down and bummed me out. And no, it does bum me out. But I was just on a roll of having fun. And talking about victims isn't fun. Do you know what I mean? And then I think I was like lightweight getting accused of something too. And so that like bummed me out. I'm like, what? Should have replied or what? But anyway, I feel super effing redundant now. What time is it in the UK right now? Can someone please tell me? Because this is when Atwood does from 3 p.m. does this stuff. Is that in the middle of the night in England? And in like Ireland and Scotland? Is it the middle of the night? Or because I mean, if this is the time to do the show, like I'll do a morning show and a night show. Dude, my wife would kill me. She would kill me. She's already going to kill me for tonight. Not really. I took some time off. I went on a vacation with her and my daughter, and we had a relaxing time. I see people keep saying, she said you did not edit that. Or are those old? Those are all old. No, that's right now. Nickel Longo, I scrolled up so far. Can you give it to me again, please? It's also, if you go to my channel, it's in the description, my email, you can get it there. Man, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. He's on in the afternoon US time. Right. Boston, thank you so much for answering. I wonder what time it is there when he does it. I think it's the middle of the night. So like all his UK followers must be like I guess this is what I'm getting at. They're like night owls. You know, it's like a whole scene because they do a lot of like mystical, like old, like do you guys remember that show Coast to Coast that did like alien stuff and like paranormal research, things like that, ghost hunting. And I know Atwood does do like a lot of that, like here and there. Greg says, Lord Kiss Feet, long time. How are you doing? Fuck that guy. I love it, man. I love the FTG community, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Holy Grace is like giving me really good advice right now. If I can get the momentum back and the energy back, I would go for a little bit longer. I am having a blast, and I just wish she would have said, "Hey, can I get your email so we can talk?" That would have been so much easier. Do you know what I mean? Instead of it just would have been so much easier. But you know, I don't get to dictate like how like shit goes. And just what I meant to say. KP and AZ. I feel like I party with KP and AZ. You know, back when we used to party. Want a little bit more. Great show, Sam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 24-hour ship and dozing off. Catch you in the morning. Thank you, Robin Bliss. I will see you in the morning. I have a great show lined up. I was going to do I have some Jaguar, right? Bad stuff about Jaguar. And then just a little ditty, a little political ditty that I'll do real fast. And then we'll goof off in the morning. But thank you. But I think I guess I'll just go one more time. If anyone's got a question or a comment they want to get to. If not, I'll be here in the morning. Thank you so much, Sherry LeBron. Where have you been? I guess people have other lives than waiting for my things to come up, notifications. I love you guys all. Okay, thank you, Analytical. I really appreciate that. Just so I have, the information. I won't share anything with anybody unless given permission to. Plain and simple. Get ready for the trolls. That's right. If you guys email, your email, Heather, is inside the mind, X, the letter X, at gmail.com. Inside the mind. Thank you so much, SMG Infinity. I really appreciate it. Jamie Palmer, what's up? Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in the morning. Question, do you eat? What does it say? Question, do you eat the red ones last? I don't even know what the hell that means, Kim. I'm sorry. The red ones last. I just don't know what that means, Kim. And I know you're a regular. I don't know if you're effing with me or what. I mean, it's okay if you are, because I feel like we got it like that, right? Anyways, I think that's a little harsh. Sam made a mistake. James, why do you think asshole is a little harsh? Sam made a mistake. Who called me an asshole? Now I want to know who called me an asshole. I mean, I don't care. I just want to know who did it. Sam, why do you think Sam is an asshole? Why do you why do you think Sam why do you think Sam is an asshole? Why do you think? Now I gotta see why someone called me an asshole. See, I'll never get off here. I'm never way up north in the sticks. Why do you think? I mean, is that even someone in here? Why do you think? One bit more. Art Bell, that's right. Art Bell was the shit. Yeah, man. And James Norrie. I loved Art Bell, of course, way better than James Norrie. Anyways, I don't care who thinks I'm an asshole, but I really wanted to see who said that. Damn, Sam is trying so hard to accommodate everyone and gets called a name. Shake my head. I want to know who called me an asshole. I don't care. I just want to know, like, how was I an asshole? I mean, I really don't care. I just want to know who did. And then why. I just want to know why they thought that I was being an asshole. And I appreciate everyone, like, I kind of sticking up for me, but I want to do it for myself. Why do you think I'm an asshole? Like, because I really want to know. I can't find it. Anyways, thank you, Analytical. I will talk to you in the morning. Email you in the morning. Comment you don't play my video, and I'm gonna call you on that. Oh, John coming us. Oh, why is it? Because you can't keep up with the. Oh, there we go. Because you can't keep up with the chat and you miss things. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm an asshole for that. Okay, whatever. I'm sure like all I do is like praise your videos, but like I'm not trying to suck your dick. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to swing off your nuts. I mean, I love your content and all I do is praise it. But if you think I'm an asshole for not keeping up with the chat, then you're fucked off. You know what I mean? But you make really good content. Jeff's hat is a classic. But if I'm an asshole for not keeping up with the chat, then yeah, you're fucked off. That would make you a bigger asshole than me, right? And I think everyone would agree. All right. I love you guys. Control F. That's right. All right. I love you guys. A long time, JBZ. I come to another show. I've been interviewed on many podcasts. You can go see them all. Talks about how long I've been incarcerated. The entire thing. You need number 10 of a series of 10 chats, and you missed the first 9. Wait, read the entire thing. You read number 10 of a series of 10 chats. I know, but you got to understand, I'm scrolling up like 2 at a time. Are we still live? Holy shit, I thought I killed the whole thing. I'm scrolling up 2 at a time like this. So if I miss 9 out of 10, that's not on me. That's not on me. I can't, like, the chats are going fast. Like, you know what? I'm literally going to do a screen recording of that. But even like, look, even if I didn't get to them, that's not on me. Like, you know what? That doesn't make me an asshole. That just makes me shitty at YouTube. Do you know what I mean? How that in no way makes me an asshole. Now, me calling you a fucking punk for calling me an asshole for missing chats, now I'm an asshole, right? Does that make sense? All right. But wait, there's more. You can miss chats, but you can't get mad about the 10th message. I didn't get mad. I didn't get mad. I was getting mad at the riddles, right? They're riddles. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like the part I was getting upset. And I don't want to be upset at victims. So I'm trying to be like, just email me. That's it. That's it. But look, we can agree to disagree. Okay, I'm an asshole. Oh, I know I don't need to explain shit. I know I don't need to explain shit. It's not going to make me unsub from you and not watch your content. I think you're an asshole for not putting out more content. How about that? How about that? Like, I go to your thing and I'm like, why is there not more content here? Because it's good. That makes you an asshole. All right. Okay, guys. FTG Sunday is over. Free Speech Sunday is over. I love you guys. What the fucks? Oh my God, that dude is annoying as fuck. I know. And what sucks is that he makes really good content. Okay, drop it. That's all I was saying. Hope doesn't deserve how you treat. I wasn't trying to treat her anyway. you kept hearing me say, like, look, I'm trying to be like nice, but and then when I found out she's a victim, I'm like, okay, that's all you like. And then it's like, oh dear Sam, you missed my chat. She didn't need to say that. Like there's going to be repercussions for me missing her chat. So you're right. But I get it. She's a victim and she doesn't need to be treated poorly. But I don't need to be treated poorly by her either. Right? Okay, let's get out of here. I'm going to go roll around on my chirp reel. Yeah, everyone's seen I was trying to help her. Everyone's seen it. Thank you, Nicole. All right, guys. We'll all sleep this off and we'll all be friends in the morning, okay? She'll be okay. Another Quilo, she'll be all right. All right, that was bad. Bad form, bad impersonation. I love you guys. Please come see the show tomorrow. It'll be at like around 9:10. And maybe we'll continue this a little bit. Not the bad stuff, but like we'll just like continue the whole dealio. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Oh, let me make sure I didn't miss any. Make sure. Beach, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for sending positive vibes. Thank you for all that you do to support the and thank you for the other one. I really appreciate that. Oh no, was I seeing the same one? Analytical Blarney, thank you so much. I've said many times, let's talk offline. Okay. Yes, let's talk offline. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Let's get full of hope, helped out. We'll get her taken care of and like it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing. I'll see everyone in the morning. Analytical Blarney. Okay, I already got to everything. Sam, do you recognize my name? See, that's just it. Like the whole do you rec? I thought I did. I don't know. Okay. Anyways. Good night, guys. I love everybody. I really do. And I'm not parasocialized.